Good evening, Shabby Geekers. How are you? It's good to see you all. I've seen in the comments, there's a few of you copites saying I didn't think you'd be here. Thought you'd all be watching the pool. All enjoying the football. So how is everybody? All right. So I can't believe it. What I picked up in March already. So it's April already. Unbelievable how fast this year's gone. It's gone really fast. So God, everyone's going to be here in a month and a half. Do you know what I mean? Coming to Joe Fest. So can't believe it, but yeah, it's gone dead fast, hasn't it, really? So I picked up a few things, and I've done my room up, and I wanted to show you some pictures of what I've done to my room and how I've laid it all out and so forth, because to me it's important to keep a nice toy room, keep everything nice, and when it's a passion that we all have and a love we all have for this sort of stuff, I want to make sure it's tidy and nice, whatever. But let's just see who's here before I get to stuff. Hey, you are, Desi. I thought you were watching football. I thought you'd be watching that. There's another one. Hiya, Shabby Dabby Doo. Hi, you are, Connor. Hiya, Cat. Oh, how great were Irving Keith on Monday. They were fantastic. So, just one more Tub Thumpers to go. I've got Matt and Tez ZSR Tub Thumpers on Monday, season finale, if you will. So those two beautiful lads will be joining me then. So yeah, thanks everybody for making Tub Thumpers a success for me. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. The guests I've had on this season have been, all the way from Suki from the beginning to obviously Matt and Tez at the end of it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So I appreciate you all helping me out with that and supporting me and watching it. And I just think it's a good show. And it's changed though, hasn't it, Tub Thumpers? Because it used to be about, but obviously things evolve. And to me, and I'll probably say it when I do Tub Thumpers again, to me, it's just all about the people, isn't it? It's the people that I'm more interested in, but some stuff that people show is brilliant. I love it. I love all the stuff. 25 of you already. Thanks, everyone. Hi, Kieran. Nice to see you. How do you do? I do fine. Do you do fine? Oh, look at this. I've changed my system, like I said. So for anyone who didn't watch my, I took it off because I don't like little segments like tests, things and stuff to keep on your channel. So I took my test off. But at the weekend, so Suki said she's got a surprise for me. Suki, for anyone who doesn't know, is my oldest daughter. So we all went to the Rustiques Antiques and so forth and had a look around there. And then Suki said, well, I've got to go somewhere. I've got a surprise for you. So I was like, well, what does she mean, a surprise or whatever? And she bought me a brand new PC, a custom one, a custom built one. You know what I'm like? I can't even use the blooming Amazon. Do you know what I mean? But couldn't believe it, because Suki's banging into a game. She plays that Valorant and Roblox, all that sort of stuff. So she had hers custom built. And then she wanted to get Lucy involved. So she got Lucy, but she bought me a custom PC. So I'm on my big screen now. So that's probably why it looks a little bit different behind me and so forth. So I was wetting myself at first, because you know what I'm like with technology. I am garbage with stuff like this. But she said no. She spoke to the guy, the custom guy, and she explained exactly what her dad uses his PC for. It's for streaming and stuff like that. And so he built me one, and I couldn't believe it. So I did a test a couple of nights back, and I think Saturday night, or was it, or Sunday? I think Sunday night after TJC's, and it worked. I couldn't believe it. So thank you, Suki, if she's watching. Thank you so much for this. It's a lovely thing to do. Buy me a new PC. I thought it was really nice of her. So, hey, Gerard, nice to see you. Hey, Johnny Boy, nice to see you. Hey, Claire, nice to see you. Wow, everybody's turned up. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for this. I appreciate it. If you've got any questions and stuff as well, if there's anything you've always thought, I'd love to ask Shabby this. Ask me, because I'm on my own tonight. Billy No Mates night. It's a Billy No Mates night. Sometimes I like doing these ones on my own, though, because you've got to learn, haven't you? Say, for example, if someone can't make it, or you know what I mean, you haven't got anything on, it's nice to keep your channel up and running. And so it's sometimes nice to do one on your own. I think we've built up such a rapport, us lot, though, that I don't mind doing them on my own, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? I'm it's not as if I can ever shut the France up, is it? I talk and talk and talk. So, but anyway, here's another cop-out. Evening, Shabby, Cat, Claire, Kieran, John Connor, Jonathan, Gerard, Des, and D-T-M. So, hey, Martin, nice to see you. Good old Keith Knight's here. The lovely Miriam's here. Hey, pal. Hey, Miriam. Miriam, you're going to NEC too, aren't you? Are you going to the NEC with Gerard this weekend? Just write in the chat if you are. I think you are. I think you are going too. Everybody's turned up. Hiya, James. Evening, everyone. I've had a good day. Quiet day, really, James. I've not really done much today. I haven't streamed on a Wednesday for weeks, for ages. I always have that thing in me, you know what I mean? People going to be fed up to the back teeth seeing me, do you know what I mean? So I always make sure I either do a Monday, and obviously Mondays, and obviously Friday. I like doing the start of the week, tub thumpers, any top five and so on, because to me, again, it's thinking about you. Like, I think, I'll put everybody try and put everybody in a good mood for the week. Do you know what I mean? It's Monday. Nothing really happens on a Monday, do it? So I thought, you know what? I remember talking to our side about it, and they said, let's just do it on a Monday. You know, and plus the fact Champions League. So for those people that are here that have watched the football, that are watching the football tonight, I appreciate that you popping in and saying hello. But I thought, you know, and I always like to keep Wednesdays for something special. Do you know, like a special kind of event, you know, like if one of you lads wanted to do a stream or something came up that we all went, that'd make a great stream, then I keep Wednesdays free for that. But I haven't done a Wednesday for ages. So I just thought, yeah, I'll do what I picked up tonight. So only 9 more of these to go. It's weird. It's weird that it's April already. Can't believe it. Who else? George is here. Hi, George Aitken. Keith, see you. Wow, you absolute legends. Hi, Chase. Nice to see you. Hello, Oppie. Good to see you, buddy. Wow, thank you for the support, guys. That's awesome. Hit that like button, you muppets. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. Because I don't, as you know, I don't go on YouTube. But I'm quite happy where I am. I think everything that's gone on, you know what I mean, for us, like for the past few weeks and past few months, sorry. It's nice just to come on here and have a chat and so forth. My whole thing, for those that know me, my whole thing about YouTube's changed. You know what I mean? I just like doing this. I just like coming on and chatting to lads and lasses. TJC's here, right? TJC. Wow. Looking good. Looks good, Shabby. Well, I just couldn't believe it. What a nice thing. I mean, my daughter's, like I said, my wife has her own business. And she took my daughter on and wanted to teach her the ropes, if you will, and so forth. But for a 19-year-old to do that for a dad, do you know what I mean? Just thought, you know what? Because honestly, you want to see me with right? So you know the story. I've got 2 phones, and I've got a brand new phone with this and that, and so I never use it. I use my old. I'm just old-fashioned like that, I suppose. I don't like change as much, and so I'd sit there and so in other words on my laptop. So I usually for the past couple of years when we got the internet fixed and so forth, I do it on my laptop. But then I'm right close like this, and my mic, I can hear my microphone when I'm watching it back and all that sort of, because I'm leaning to read everything, or I'm doing everything with my glasses on, you know, because it's just a short thing. But PCs and stuff like that are expensive, aren't they? So I didn't really want to turn around to Jenny and go, oh, by the way. I'm so famous. I need a PC to do my streaming in. So I just kept it quiet, if you will. And you know what it's like as well. Every time you get a bit of money, you always think, oh, should I save for a PC? Oh no, what I'll do is I'll buy this toy or I'll buy that toy. So I'm a nightmare for stuff like that. So for her to buy me one, I just thought it was a really nice thing for it to do. Are we all looking forward to it? You're lucky. I'd love to go to NEC with you all. I just expect loads of pictures. Like I said, every time you lot go, I've said this before. I like all your photos and all your videos and what you've picked up and stuff like that. And then I look forward to, I think I did one last time I went. Me and Si wait to do an NEC stream, but no doubt Stu will probably do one. So I'll listen to all your stories and what you got up to. Brilliant. It's just nice. It's just nice that you all get together. You know, what we've built for stuff like that you lads are looking forward now, not necessarily to the toys, to meeting everybody. Got to be proud of ourselves, haven't we? I mean, it just goes to show that, doesn't it? So I hope we all have a lovely time. Oppie saying hello to everybody. Terry's here. It's funny that, Mark. I used to say to you and your brothers, tidy up your toys. It must have worked. See what I mean? I don't know. I think I don't know. I know VTR has said the way his room looks, and I know a few other people have do the rooms up nice, and that's one of the fascinating things for me. That Mum is when you look at people's rooms and how they decorate it or what they do with it and so forth. My thing, I always wanted it neat and tidy. I always wanted it to look, you know, presentable, if you will. I didn't really want to buy something, just throw it on the floor, whatever. And this, I'm talking about this for a reason. I'm going to show you something tonight, which I've been buying to keep everything nice. Hey, Johnny boy. Nice to see you. Question: what knees your sandwich on? I haven't had any other sandwich for about 3 minutes. What knees your sandwich on? Brilliant, great training, Anne-Marie. Yeah, I've always looked after my toys. She'll know that there's stuff in here now that I've had since I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like the Star Wars and whatever and stuff like that. And I've always had a love for this, always. You know, it's funny because you watch these videos and stuff, and I just watched Adam Savage yesterday, and he's done a video of what happens to his collection in his garage and stuff when he goes. And I don't think like that. I think to me, this is just my opinion. There's no age thing to it. If I'm in my 70s doing this, then fair enough. I just love it. I've always loved it. Because I know I've said this before. A lot of people will turn around and say, "Oh, it's a midlife crisis." Well, it can't be. I've been doing it all my life. so unless I had a midlife crisis at 27, do you know what I mean? I just love it. I've always loved it. So everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Travels with Jason says, "Yes, George, I'm looking forward to NEC as long as looking for the reissue weapons for that X-Wing that come out in the 90s. Nice. Well, you'll probably get that. Even if not, you'll find them online, won't you?" TJC says, "Hello to everybody. I'd rather watch Top Gun than Liverpool." Would you? I watch the highlights. That can't be arranged. One of the best toys ever. One of the best toys ever. That's what got me into Playmobil. And so all that right there is Playmobil, all the Back to the Future stuff. And I got everything of Back to the Future, every set that they did. And it's because of that DeLorean. And I would never know. I mean, I've always, like I said, I had a passion for Playmobil when I was a kid. My cousins had it. My cousins in Lytham had them, and they had a hospital thing. And I was fascinated by it. I love the little details, little trinkets and stuff that it comes with. So I went to, but Playmobil, like I said, is rare as hen's teeth to find over here. I got into a Walmart and there one wasn't. It was on sale. That DeLorean was $25. So I bought it. I thought, it was at the time I was making the videos, and I thought, this will make a good video. I'll get this and make a good video on it. And I bought it and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then obviously you see what Keith does with his, and you're like, what the front? So Playmobil's a big thing. Yeah, I love Playmobil. Only pop culture Playmobil for me though, because you could go mad with it, couldn't you? And it's the same as Lego. You know, I only get a big Lego set for Christmas. That's it. Because if I go down that route, my wife will throw me out. You know what I mean? It's so expensive. So the Playmobil, I made a point up here to say, just it's pop culture, like the Magnum and the A-Team and the gold thing. Anything pop culture that Playmobil done, I've got hold of. But the rest of it, no, because I know I've bought a couple of things here and there, like a fire engine and stuff like that. But if you go down that route, my God, I'll have a different route. Super Awesome Geek Show, you're going to have a hat off with Keith after he stole your gimmick last Monday. Keith top hat. John's, I love him. I love him to pieces, all of them. Zoe's, you know what I mean? Andy's, Scuba's, our Desi's, John's. They're brilliant, aren't they? They're just brilliant. What I am going to do is I might as well tell you all now. It's been such a good season of Tub Thumpers. Is that when Tub Thumpers ends on Monday, season finale, I am going to do a best of, because there's been so many parts in these last 10 episodes that have been so funny. So I've segmented them, and we'll do a best of 2020 season 6. Sorry, we'll do a best of. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes, we are. Phoebe booked it for Jer's birthday. Love it when the kids go and start to spoil us. And I just told the same story. Yeah, that's awesome, man, that you're going. Oh, that's brilliant. I hope you'll have a lovely, you know all these people, so you'll have a lovely time. Oh, now I am jealous that you're going. So are you going to have a break for Tub Thumpers, going straight to top 5? I think I'll probably go straight into top 5. Top 5 is going to be a little bit different. I'll probably take the week off, probably take a week and then come back with top 5. But it's any top 5 this time, because I was working it out. Nobody does that. Nobody has a top 5 in the collection. Nobody. And even if you do, by the time you finish doing that stream and gone off to something else, you've got something else in your collection that's cool. So now it's any top 5 in your collection, any of them. So basically, you'll just come on, talk to me. How many of you have been on Shabby? You've been on loads of times. You just come on, have a chat, show 5 things in your collection. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be toys. I think we've evolved here at Shabby's, haven't we? Where, you know, some people will show cassette, CDs, video, show whatever you want. It's top 5. I would like you all to be interested in. If you all want to do it, that'll be awesome. If you know, because I'd like you all on. Do you know what I mean? It's you know what? It's don't want to sound cheesy or anything. It's nice. It's welcoming at Shabby's, isn't it? So you all of you, if you're watching on the replay, you're in the chat right now, you're all more than welcome to come on. So I'd like to see. I'm fascinated by what you've got. I love. That's one of my favorite things about the collection world that we live in, innit? You collect stuff, but you can't wait to see what somebody else has got and how they set it up and the passion that comes through, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to any top 5. Yesterday, I secured another large job of Sectar toys. So it looks like now I have the complete line except for the Hive playset. Buy one at Joe Fest. Remember the last time we were at Joe Fest? There was 3 of them, 3 hives. 2 of them were in boxes because that playset is as big as a house. It's massive. There's a documentary on YouTube, John, on how they made it, and they did it in segments. So you see where the stairs come on it like that. They did that part, then glued that part, and then molded it. It's fascinating that documentary on Sectars. It really is. Hi Rob, nice to see you. Let's see those pickups. Yeah, there's a not as big as, I will be honest to you right now, it's not as big as January's and February's, simply because there's something else I've been buying this month, which I want you to get hold of, and they're not cheap, they're quite pricey. Oh, he always says Jonathan. Hey Jonathan, nice to see you. Dublin Maniacs on Tour 2026. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, amazing with what your daughter does. I think we all don't like change. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm funny like that. Like if something breaks or some, I get frustrated. Like, oh man, So that was, I just couldn't believe it. I just what a lovely thing for her to do. Can you be an honorary Dublin this weekend? Yeah, I suppose you can. Woody, what's that? Yeah, I know that feeling. Only if you bring us some deep fried Mars bars, Claire. Have you ever had a deep fried Mars bar? I've never had one. Yeah, you sure, Claire? I've had a deep fried banana, but not a Mars bar. You sure, Claire? You know how these Irish treat their own brilliant. 36 people. Thank you all. That's awesome of you guys. And Marie, my mum was always careful walking into my room, as I always had loads of playsets, etc. on the floor. Yeah, my mum was great for that. I think that's why my love of toys came up, because it was so vast when we were kids. It wasn't just one thing. It wasn't Star Wars, that's it. Star Wars, Transformers, do you know what I mean? Brave Star, Visionaries, He-Man, do you know what I mean? And so that's where my love of toys, I think, comes from, is the fact that I didn't, when me and my brothers were kids, we didn't just, my mum, in a way, because she bought them all, she didn't just focus on one thing. Oh, that's cool, I'll get them that. Oh, that's cool. And like I say, with it being 4 of us when we were kids, we all got a figure each. So it's not as if we just got a one-off and that was it. And do you know what I mean? So your army build as soon as your mum starts buying them, basically. So that's where my love comes from, all vast, because there used to be a time all I did was Star Wars. And then I just thought, you know what, there's too much cool stuff out there. So obviously it changed. Only one specific Dubliner though, Dave. Brilliant. There's only the country lads, Dave. Us dubs tend to stick together. Look at all these, the Dublin massive sticking up. That's what I mean. It's funny that when people say it must be a midlife crisis. No, it's just a passion that I suppose we love. And so what if it is a midlife crisis? So what? I think this is the most healthiest. If you do this correctly and you don't take the piss, and you don't overspend. But the thing about toys is that we've got an opportunity where we can go to thrift shops, yard sales, conventions, online, toy store. There's so many different options for us to do, so it's like, that's why I love this world so much. It's the fact, it's not as if I have to go to the same place all the time. There's a vast something. We've gone to estate sales to buy furniture and there's been toys there. Do you know what I mean? So, no, I love it. And you've all got stories like that. Every one of you is like, oh, I found this. I went to this place, or I went, look at Coxie this week, going up to his mum's loft, and all the cool stuff Coxie's found this week. So it's been cool, hasn't it? And I never got over the crisis yet. It's still a crisis in it, Johnny boy. I'll bring the chocolate and the soft drinks. Look at you all enjoying it. We adopted you a long time ago. That's awesome. Claire, yes, you can. DTM Collectibles, come on, he asked for that. Do you believe Stu has never? No, he's seen Back to the Future. He's seen that. He has. There's no way he hasn't seen it. Is there? No, he's seen it. Apparently, I adopted Andy at Holy Chronicles. It will cost you a fortune, and he's got expensive taste. Palps told us he has seen all of them. Yeah, he must have, Palps. He must have. Hi, Palps, by the way. He's my son now. He said so. That way I'd leave my collecting to him when I die. Well, that's nice, John. Yeah, you can go mad. You start with a car and end up with a bloody... That's what I mean. And I'm an impulse person for that. If I fall in love with something, that's it. I'm all in. So there's things I've got to be careful of. I'll give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. The new He-Man's just come out. The new Chronicles or whatever, the new 6-inch line. I walk into Walmart and I see the Scare Glow. I didn't buy it. Because I was thinking to myself, do I really want to start another line of He-Man? I've done so many of the He-Man, and I love the Origins kind of thing. I love him. But the Masterverse, I stopped doing, and I just thought, do I really need to do this again? But I tell you what, it was hard for someone like me going, because I love He-Man, as you know. But I like the Origins, or I like, and like I said, I collect all the vintage, and I'm going to stick with that now, because if I buy another one, there's another $28 for each figure. Then you've got to go to the exclusive, because already Mattel's got Mattel Creations has got an exclusive King Grayskull on it. And I thought, but I've got King Grayskull in the Origins line. Do I really need? So no, I didn't bother. I didn't bother with it. So what I'm trying to do is, because as we all know, when it comes to space, yeah, I'm just trying to focus on the stuff I absolutely love. Do you know what I mean? Little things here and there I'll buy. Like I said, I've got a couple of shelves around me that I've got different stuff on, if you will. But I try and stick with, my main lines. Black Series I love doing. Vintage He-Man I love doing. Origins, Superpowers, things like that. So I'm trying my hardest to keep be a good lad and not start another one. I saw those Mattel DCs, and I remember our size saying all the time, "Oh, Mattel." And I had that chat to Simon, and I said, "I don't think I'd do it though, Si." He said, all the multiverse you've bought, do you really want to start another line?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course I do." He said, "You do it," and I don't think I would. I honestly don't. I was thinking about when the TMNT's just finished with Playmates, and the art's moved on. Say, for example, Black Series finished tomorrow, and hypothetically, Mattel got the license. Would you start again, Shabs? No, I don't think I would. I think I'd try and finish off the Black Series that Hasbro did instead of buying it. Because after, your 50th Mandalorian, or your 50th Boba Fett, or your 50th Darth Vader, you're like, oh, do I really want to do this again? So, no, I made sure that when I did my room up this time, that I'm focused on what I buy, focus on the stuff I really want. So no, I said no to the Chronicles. So, well, I said no this week. Next week might be a completely different, You watch what I picked up in April. I got this Chronicles. Oh God. Plus you need a room for Lego. Yeah, you have. You definitely need that. We meet up on Saturday and take him to Summer Holiday Musical on Saturday night. I know you talk about that. I have fun, Confet. Everyone's doing awesome, mate. Lovely to see. Must be early for you, pal. It's great to see you, buddy. It's great to see you here. John's hats are amazing. I was in tears. And he sent me the one for Monday already. I've already got it. And he's a legend for doing it. Absolutely. I've got to admit, for Des, Zoe, Scuba, Andy, and John, for them to take time out and send me one of them every week. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's lovely. And I needed that this year, like I said. And it just makes the show, doesn't it? And like people are now coming on that have been on before, and Tub Thumpers is what it is. It's just fun in it for 2 hours. I just try and make everybody laugh, and so for John to, like you said, with his bunny hat, for him to join it, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's fantastic. That's because you collect everything, Jason, not just the Lego. He's exactly, yeah. I know exactly what you mean, pal. I still need the Magnum car's awesome. I've got it. It's on my I put it up on my Instagram, my Shabby's Toy. I've got 2 Instagrams, Shabby Geek, Shabby Geek 21, and I've got another one that shows all my toys. Because I advertise a lot for the streams, you know what I mean? And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to split it. So I'll do my toys on one, which I don't advertise on, and I do my streaming on the other, which I don't put toys on. Do you see what I mean? But there's a picture of it there, and it's a brilliant set. The Magnum PI set's a brilliant set. Any top 5? So, well, you're all more than welcome, every one of you. So I'd love to have you all on, because I'm fascinated. Like I said, you're all my friends. I have a lot of time for you all. You're all great on stream, every one of you. Because I remember some of you was like, oh, I don't know about me, a bit nervous. I can't get them off. You're all loving it, So I just love streaming with you all. I just think it's great. And added bonus is to see what's in your top 5, Some of you have shown some amazing stuff. So, yeah, long may that continue. Evening all, I get to see some of you in a few days, and I'm really, look at you all just rubbing it in for Paul Shabby. Do you know what I mean? That you all go and have a nice time. So I hope you all have a lovely time. Looking forward to seeing you and everyone else on the weekend. Think I'll do a top 5 rare or one of the kind of things in my collection. People may find them interesting, stuff maybe. It's up to you. That's the way why I've called it now, any top 5 in your collection. It's up to you what you show. If it's 5 T-shirts that you love, do you see what I mean? I've based my channel, obviously, you know, primarily it's about toys, whatever, but really it's about pop culture. And I think we're all involved in the pop culture big time, aren't we? If we're not buying toys, we're watching movies, reading comics, do you know what I mean? Doing other stuff. So you can show whatever you want in your top five. It's completely up to you. So yeah, also, as long as it's not an Arsenal you're showing or something like that. It's big, you know, big rifles and stuff like that. You're all right. I think I'll do a top five rare ones. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You doing hugs? Jason wants to know, but he's too shy to ask. Brilliant. The statement is up there with what can possibly go wrong, and I have a cunning plan. Oh, brilliant. Dinner first. Let's have a look. I'm hoping Delvian will read me a story at the NEC. Why? Take time out, Delves. Just read our Clara story. Can you imagine? Take a book. You never know. Just ask him. Oh, brilliant. Hugs on Saturday, not so much on Sunday. Brilliant. Hugs. Big softies. You pick the story. Oh, they are, Claire. So he's saying good morning to good old Funk, saying to our Des. Des, did you have a nice time in Dublin? Did you have it? Well, in Ireland, sorry, Wexford you went to. Did you have a nice time? You know, beautiful, those videos and pictures you were putting up on Facebook, and you look gorgeous where you were. But did you have a good time, pal? I had a deep fried banana Mars bar, cream egg and sticker bar. Wow, man. Went to all you can eat buffet near the Quay in Glasgow. Every fast food you can think of. Tried a deep fried Mars bar there. Blooming heck, that sounds. We somehow got something from almost every toy line is here, and even if it's just one or two figures. And I think it's meeting us lot as well. I think it's all us getting together because you appreciate what other people collect. And there's some stuff that you know you're not going to get yourself, or you're like, oh, I liked it, but you love the fact that somebody else has got it. And it's the passion that comes from it, you know, when they talk about certain things. And you know, I love that. That's one of the things. So in other words, even though we've got a collection, we've got everybody else's collections, haven't we? Because we're all in each other's houses, if you will, looking at each other's stuff, you know, doing streams about stuff. So I love that sort of stuff. I'm not going to get them He-Man either, except where they do Clawful and Whiplash, because those two are the focus characters to me, so I only got those two. I think because I've been doing Origins, and I'm only missing 2 or 3 from the whole Origins line. I've bought all of them since 2020, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But it's a must. I mean, like I said, all that behind me is all Origins. Do you know what I mean? And it goes all the way across to the other side and then Vintage. And I just thought, you know what? I don't really need to add on another 6-inch line because my Black Series I buy, but they're all in boxes. All my Black Series, like I say, are behind me, or I've got another toy room now and they're in there. So I'd do the same thing with them. I've got nowhere to open them up and stick them out. So they're in boxes. So I just thought, you know what? Nah, I won't bother. Talking as a person who has 6 million Pennywise figures, you can never have too many of one figure. That's 100% right, 100%. And you'll see tonight something about after what I've just said. So, but when you will get the new He-Man figures, if they turn up a Rolls, yeah, I probably will if they do it that way. But I just, the thing about it is there's so many characters. And like I say, I mean, Origins is well into the hundreds now. That's how many they've made in the 5 years. Do I really want to do that at 25, 20? I mean, they're $27.99, $28 a piece again, especially when I'm buying Black Series now, which has gone up to $29, $30. I'm buying Superpowers, you know, and I just thought, do I really need to add on another 6-inch line again? Because it's He-Man, even though I've got all the He-Man and stuff, you know what I mean? The thing about the Origins, what I really loved as well, is the fact that I suppose it's talking to you about your vintage collection. It comes with the play sets and the vehicles and all that sort of stuff. These 6-inch lines don't do that. So I just thought, you know what? I'm never going to say never, because you know what us toy collectors are like. We'll talk a lot of bum crump one week, and then the week after we'll go out and buy it. You know, I think I bought the Thunderhawk. If you watched Top 5 last time, I bought the Thunderhawk from Mask, and I think I'll be buying them again. You know what I mean? The Switchblade and the Rhino and all that, because I liked getting them, and I'll make that a set. You know, for my alternative stuff I buy. But do I really want to do another 6-inch line? No, I can't see it. Nothing wrong with 50 odd. Yeah, I've got most of it. Exactly. You Shabby showing his new He-Man movie bobbies. They were awesome. Those ones. They were really good. Yep. Another 5:30 start. Luckily pulling an all-nighter today. Wow, man. Wow. Make sure you have a good cup of coffee from Confet. I reckon Des should charge your expenses due to all his traveling around leaning. Like I said before, he's so famous now. The Leaning Tower leans on him. The Leaning Tower piece leans on our Des. He doesn't lean on that, you know. Oh, Brilliant. True, Jonathan. Very true. After that, I ended up selling some stuff off. I did it last year, and it was healthy. I thought to sell some of the stuff that's because I'm sat in bed and I'm going, oh, it's all in the garage, and it's the weather in North Carolina. It's not exactly cold. It's not and I thought it's all going to get ruined. Then I'm talking to Jen about it, but I always had that apprehension, like, do I really want to get rid of it? So all my Force Awakens stuff, all of it. There was only the 5p, but I had every figure, I had every vehicle, I had every place. I gave it all to my nephew for Christmas. All of it. Made his Christmas, apparently. His mum said he's got banging to Star Wars and so forth. So I turned around to our Jenny and said, I want to do this. I want him to have a memory of toys like we all have memories. So when he gets old, he goes, oh, I remember that year my Uncle Mark gave me and I gave him from the Millennium Falcon to the little everything. He got hundreds of stuff. I was thinking of selling it and going to go and selling it, but that Force Awakens stuff, that 5p, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Do you know what I mean? It's like they'll give you $2 or $3 for each figure that's carded. And, there's a couple of them that I suppose that could be a little bit pricey, but none of it was pricey. And I just thought, you know what? It means more to me giving it him for Christmas and giving him a toy memory of. I always tell that story, as you know, of me and my 3 brothers coming downstairs at Christmas once, and my mum had got all that Star Wars, and I'm 50, and I've never forgot that. I want him to have that sort of thing. So when he gets older, there's one Christmas, my Uncle Mark, I couldn't believe it. I got this, I got that. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes it's worth more. But you all know what I mean by that. How many times have you lot give each other gifts or sent stuff over or oh, I know this person will like it. Sometimes that's you get more of a satisfaction out of that than dollars in your pocket. Do you know what I mean? So I enjoyed doing that. It was nice. It goes against the tax DTM. Shabby's told him, thank you, Connor. That's nice. Yeah, there it is right there. So if you, like I say, because I know you watch me and you see behind me, and I know we do toy streams. That's why it was important for me to do not top 5, what I picked up this year, because I don't really do toy streams, if you will. I mean, unless it's like I say, top 5, or we talk about it on ZSR or whatever. So, yeah, I just thought I'd set up that so you can see. But there it is. So thank you, Connor. That's lovely of you, man. That's really nice of you. Last night I was a teacher telling a student how to do things. I'm hugging no one. You'll be hugging everybody, you big soft. I'll give you a big cuddle when you get here. I'll give you a big cuddle. It was lovely, rainy and windy, but awesome. Diet starts again tomorrow. Back on those jam boys. Jason will be disappointed. He'll be hugging everybody on DTM. Don't let him kid you. That's a challenge, yeah. I can just advise everyone, when DTM is eating a burger, do not approach him from behind for a hug. Did you see his burger today? Wow, that burger he had today was brilliant. Wow, 40 people here. Thank you all. That's awesome. Hi, Adam. Nice to see you, pal. Nice to see everybody. This is great. I'll have cheese all down me again. Hey, Shabby, what you get? Right, I'm going to show you what I got. I am Mr. B, by the way. I just want to get down to the chat and then I'll show you. Mr. B's awesome. Mr. B's here. Nothing wrong with 100 vintage red channels. Yeah, I thought you'd say that with your stuff. Hi, Wizzy. Nice to see you. Funk on Fet. Let's have a look. I got 2 more days off work than 11 days off. Well, enjoy yourself, mate. Shabby not picking up Motu movie figures. Yeah, pull the other one, mate. Well, shit. Now you put it when you put it that way. I know Origins are doing them though, because they showed the He-Man they've done in Origins style. So I probably will get them if they do it in Origins. I know they're taking a break on the TMNT, the Thundercats, and the cartoon collection, but because I was worried about that, are they going to stop Origins? But they're not. But obviously, it's through Mattel Creations. And when they did the reveal a couple of weeks back, they showed the movie He-Man in Origin style. But then, no, you know what? Maybe I've talked a lot of bum crump here, because I'll probably go and see the movie and I'll probably go, and straight into the shop and buy them. Well, thanks for that, Jono. So ignore everything I said for the past 15 minutes. Oh, brilliant. I watched Silent Rage last night. It was good. Wow. Hi, Rudy. Evening, Shabby. Just cut the end of the gifting Star Wars conversation. Memories to keep forever for both of you. Love it. Yeah. That's what I mean, Rudy. Sometimes you've all done it for me. There's a majority of you in the chat that have sent me something, and I've always said the same thing. Yeah, the gift is nice, but what it's me hard is the fact that I'm not streaming at the time, and everyone's getting on with their own lives, but you're out there thinking, oh, Shabby, I'd love that. I'll get that for Shabs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of you in the chat and it's always humbled me, that always. And it's just nice sometimes that I can do it for somebody else. You know what I mean? I think I've always been that person. Oh, Si was awesome for that. Oh, Si was always gifting, always. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Si was a sort of lad. If he had 99p in his pocket, he'd give you £1. Do you know? He was that bloke. And so I try and be when I can. The only issue for me is posting. I'm a nightmare for it, and I'm the first to admit, nightmare. Do you know what I mean? But eventually I get it done. Oh, thank you, my friend. Hey, JT, up the toffee, sunshine. I agree with you there, buddy. Right, we're all the way down. So first thing I bought was now this is something, talk about Origins, that I really wanted. This was a nightmare for me to get hold of. There's a couple of Origins that have come out over the recent years, and it's weird. You just can't get them. It was a strange situation now. Where are they? Do you know what I mean? And this was one of them. It was the Turtles of Grayskull Slacker. Now, the worst thing about this figure, why I needed it, came out in 2023. And I paid over the odds for this. This is a $35 toy, and I paid $50 for it on Amazon. It was a third party on Amazon that had it, so I paid it because I've been searching for this bad boy for years. And if you see in the very, very corner, it says metal bottle right there. Well, what they did was they did a Build-A-Figure kind of thing. So let me just swap the picture over for you for a sec. So there's the back of it, like that there with the artwork, which is awesome. But you can see at the bottom there, metal bottle. So in about 4 or 5 packs, they did what's known as a Build-A-Figure. This one had the head and had the legs to it. So for years, I've had the body, the arms, and so forth. And I've never been able to make it because, as you know, I open the majority of my Motu, and I could never make that figure. So eventually, I couldn't believe it. I checked Big Bad Toy Store. And eBay wasn't worth it. There were absolute fortune on eBay. But Amazon had it. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. So I know I paid over the odds a little bit for it, but look how cool it is. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, but I was never like all in for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So to get these, I love them. I absolutely love them to pieces. So yeah, there's the Slacker and all the accessories that they come with. And so there he is. So there's Metal Botto. So I've actually made him. So it was weird that as well, because I made a She-Ra trinket chest, and I keep all my extras, all my little parts and stuff in that. And so to pull that out and get the body and get the arms and get the weapons and so forth, just to make him, I was made up. So yeah, I actually finished that and made him. But I just think he's cool. So yeah, 2023 that one came out. And I just think he's an awesome figure. I've loved collecting the Motu. I've absolutely loved it. It's a pity you aren't coming to the NEC, Jono. Not too bad, Shabby. Extra 15 for it. Not too bad. But like I said, and sometimes I go against what I say, because I'll always say I won't buy something if I think people are taking the piss. And if you're taking the piss, I'm like, come on, man. Especially when you see like the superpowers, which is right there, right? They're all superpowers. And they're only $9.99, but because that line's finished now and some were rare and they used to be in Walmart, now they're not. Some people asking like 40, 50 quid for superpowers. And I'm like, I'm only missing about 9 of them. Good old DTM found me a couple as well that he's going to bring to Joe Fest for me, which was lovely of him to do. But this one I have been after. And it's like I said, when I went to Joe Fest, or every time I go to an independent toy store, have you got a Slacker? No, oh, you're joking, aren't you? You can't find that. And so there was a couple of them, the Merman, the Mossman that they're done in the Turtles. Connor and Gerard found them for me and sent them for me. So yeah, I'm up to date with it now. I think there's, like I said, I think out of the Motu, there's only a couple I'm missing. That's it. So it's gone really, really well. Let's have a look what else there is. Oh, now talking about Motu and whatever, and don't worry, Jono, it's not all going to be Motu today. Because I know. I show a lot of Motu. What is it? My heart sinks when I go looking for some figures, especially if I'm late to a line. That's a nightmare. I think that's what a couple of them are missing from the start, because when they're into Mattel, I'd never done anything online, and you go Mattel Creations and this and that and so forth. So there's about 2 that I'm missing from the very beginning. Scuba Pete managed to find one of them for me, which was awesome of him. But yeah, when it comes to this sort of stuff, I'm a completionist. I like having them all, if you will. And I've thoroughly enjoyed the Motu line. So talking about the Motu line, the last Origins was this. Laser Power He-Man. Oh, the fact that they've made this and done this, and I got hold of it. I was made up with this, because this figure right here is the vintage one. It was at the very, very end of the line. And they did a laser-powered He-Man and Skeletor. but they're only sold in Italy, so no one else can get them. So if you found a vintage one of these, you are looking at thousands. So it's one of those figures that when you, because I have been collecting the vintage, as you know, and I'm doing really well. I'm up to about 70-80% figure wise done to it. But this one you just cross off your list, because you know, even if you find it loose, this whatever, you ain't going to find it complete. You ain't going to find it mint on card. And if you do, it's going to cost you thousands, like I said. So for them to do this was awesome. Now, this was a weird one too, because what happened is they showed this at the Mattel reveal last week. Now, I usually watch this with Oakspot. Look at the art. Look at that artwork. Just superb. But I missed it. I had something on. So me and my son watched it late at night, about 1 o'clock in the morning. I put it on. And the lovely Trisha, as you all know, I'm a big fan of Trisha Erzberger. She was showing it off. Pixel Dan, they had Pixel Dan on the fella from Geek Dad Live. And they showed it. And I thought, oh, my life. What a great surprise this was. Because this is a figure I've always wanted to have. And then they said, well, you can buy it straight after this this stream. And I thought, oh, no, because the stream was on in the morning and I'm watching it at night. So I thought, I've missed out on this, but I haven't. So basically what happened is I went on it more or less straight away, and there it was. So I got it, and they shipped it more or less straight away. So it's just super cool. Look at it. And this all lights up like it. So as a backpack, and you put batteries in it. And apparently I was on one of the forums and they said it clicks. So you have these 3 clicks on the sword. So it goes like medium, and then it flickers a bit, and then it goes full. So you've got 3 versions of how you want the sword lighting. But I mean, look at that. That's just, oh man, I was absolutely made up with it. Absolutely made up. I just thought it was the coolest thing on earth. So yeah, there's something I thought I would never have, and got it. I couldn't believe it. So I was made up with that one, and that was only $35. That was it, $35. So I thought, bargain in a way, you know. Let's have a look. For real, JT, picking up modern. Oh yeah, but you're talking about JT. What he said about if I'm late to a line, picking up modern stuff you've missed out by a few months to a year can work out proper expensive. And I think the only thing I can say about that really is, do you really miss out? And sometimes you don't. I mean, I know sometimes the prices go up, but I've done it so many times with Black Series where you couldn't find them, and then they put them up to like 100 quid, 80 quid, and I thought, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying 100 quid for a $25, $27 figure. And then within about 18 months after, you find it again and it's cheap, or you find it somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? So you can always get hold of something. I think what it is to me, lads, is patience, isn't it? You've got to wait. Because there used to be a time I fell for them pre-orders. But you all know the story. I went to Target with GeForce and Scuba, and I needed the Mudded Mandalorian Deluxe one. And at the time, we all fell for it. Every one of us did. Oh, if you don't pre-order, if you don't get this, you're never going to get it, and all that. And I thought, oh, so I saw it. And me and GeForce were talking, and Scuba said, well, it's up to you if you want to get it. And I bought it. It was over $40, and it left such a bitter taste in my mouth at the time. It really did. And that's the only time through all this toy hunting, I felt like, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? Spending on a brand new figure that should be, but I bought it. And but now, ever since then, I buy them when I can now, unless it's something, especially when you've got as many Black Series as I have. You tend to buy the ones you want straight away, the ones that you really want. Others you think, well, I'll wait for a bit and I'll see how it goes. And so let's have a look. But yeah, but only get the ones I like. Exactly what I've just said. You're exactly right, Jason. Yeah. Mondo are doing a laser power D-Man. They had the laser taser picks the other day. Beautiful. I know they're doing Anti-Eternia as well, aren't they? So that's just a lightsaber rip-off. Oh, brilliant. Look at him, lightsaber rip-off. Very cool. Yeah, I thought it was awesome, to tell you the truth. I couldn't believe it. So for them to make it, though, because it's one of those things. It's like me and Scuba talked. You know, I wonder if they'll do the giants, or I wonder if they'll do the dinosaurs. And this is one of them. I wonder if they'll do laser powered, and we've got it. So I was made up with that. And now Shabby, Hasbro are charging the best part of $40 for a TVC. And then you wonder why kids don't. I've said this all the time. I understand what people say to me. I do. Oh, kids don't do it because they do other stuff. Kids don't do it because they have the Roblox, or they have kids don't do it because it's bloody expensive. And don't give me this. Well, you put a 5 POA next to it. That's for kids, $5.99. They're not buying that because you put it right next to a Black Series, or you put it right next to a vintage collection. What kid's gonna go? Oh, I'll have that when that one looks super cool. It's daft in a way, really, you know. And it's funny because you say, well, they are for adults. All right, so why are they down a kids aisle? Why are they down a kids aisle in Walmart and Target and all that if they're for adults? Do you know what I mean? They can't make their minds up what they want to do. But $40 for a TVC, that's crazy, man. Another thing that grinds my gears is that they release a series only in one country. Jack's Pacific Simpsons 2.5 have been a nightmare to collect in the UK. They're all about $6 over here as well now. Ross had them all in for about $6.99, $7. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How, but that's happened loads of times as well. I couldn't get a multi-bot over here and keep on collecting. Said, I've got one here for you in Scuba, and sent one over for me for Masters. Weird, isn't it? How things like that happen. But that's one of the nicest things about us lot, that we're all global. You know what I mean? So everyone can, I found this if you want that, and I found this if you want this. And so you lads have done it for me loads of times. Nightmare finding stuff in America that you lot have found. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, JT. Even if a Sword Art Online Season 2, they had a lightsaber, but they called it a light sword. Yeah, I saw that. Laser sword, they called it. Yeah, I saw that. Let's have a look what else I've bought. Oh, going to a bit of vintage now, lads. Bit of vintage. One to add on to my collection. Do you remember all having this? The 1984 Mattel Masters Universe Battle Armor He-Man. Awesome. Do you remember you pushed there was a lot of things like that one there that you push the chest, and it still works. So the chest still works. So you push it and it damaged, then you push it again, it gets even more damaged. What were those cars called as well that did that? There were some cars, weren't there, when we were kids? And you push the cars together, like they had a car crash, and they did it. It was at the front and at the back of it, wasn't it? What were they called? Do you remember? But yeah, got him. So like I said, my collection of vintage He-Mans. I just had this thing, and me and Rob were doing it in Scuba, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go all in, and I have done as well. So, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And the nicest crack ups. That's it. Cheers, Rudy. That's exactly what they were called, crack ups. So this was a gimmick back then, wasn't it? The damaged or whatever. So yeah, to get hold of a battle armor He-Man, brilliant. I had a look through my stuff, and I thought, I haven't got a battle armor He-Man. So I had a look online. I thought, I'll leave it till I find. And then I went into my local Hero Source Toys, which is my local independent toy store right here. And they had one. And they only cost me 40 quid. That was it. 40 quid for a battle armor He-Man. I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm buying the vintage as well, I more or less like to have them with the accessories. I'm a nightmare. I've got an Endor village here, and I've said to the lads for years, I'll get the extra parts and I'll go. I never have done. So I thought, if I'm going to do this, I want it, I'd say 99% complete. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're not going to find it all complete, but the majority of figures I found complete. And yeah, I've loved collecting them. So the vintage He-Man is awesome. They were cool. Hot Wheels crack-ups, I think. That's what it was, crack-ups. Wow. Shabby, I have an iSense TV I found today, and they have the Masters Universe cartoon channel. Get on it. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you. Evening, everyone. I was watching a documentary on Amazon the other day, and they got the idea for those cars. Wow, that's awesome. I know you're not fishing, but who are you missing from the original Motu line so we can look at the NET? I don't know, actually. There's so many I've got now. I'll have to get back to you about that. I'll have to get back to you. I've got the majority of them. I've done really well with them. I'll have to have a look and get back to you, because I've done so well with it. I really have. And the nicest thing about it, nowadays, it's not cost me an absolute foot. There's a couple of figures. I said this on the last what I picked up. There's a couple of figures that have been about 100 quid, but I was expecting that. So one of them was meant to be 100 and something, and I got him for 80, which was really, really nice of the guy. And so some of them have been up there, but the majority of them, $20 to $40, depending on condition. And so I've loved it, to be honest. It's been fantastic. But who am I missing? Don't know. I'll have to get back to you now. I'll get back to you and give you a list. The idea for the Battle Damage He-Man. Battle Damage He-Man was ace. It was awesome. Travels with Jason says, a friend of mine used to see vintage toys. He got asked to clear 2 garages that was falling down, all full of vintage toys from Motu playsets, figures, Star Wars, so many toy lines that was damaged. Wow, man. Wow. Hi, Rob. Don't mind if you're lurking, pal. Nice to see you here, buddy. You had to bin it, but he had stuck for many years. Yeah, it's a shame when stuff like that happens, isn't it? When when stuff gets damaged or whatever. So another line I collected, DC Superpowers, DC Super Friends. I've loved it. It was a thing for our side base. I've said this to you before that I like DC, but I've never bought anything DC. But when the New Adventures came out and the Batman 66 came out, which is over there, I've got all the Batman. There you can see the Batmobile right there. I got all the play sets and all stuff, and I've loved it. And then they went into Super Friends, and so I've been buying them too. And I've got a couple of them last time around, but this time I got Jaina and I got Gleek. She was a bloody nightmare to get hold of her. Nightmare. So I've actually found her, eventually found her on Amazon. The card came all battered and stuff, but I wasn't bothered because I opened them all. I opened every one of these. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this line because I know a lot of people will say, oh, the articulation and all that. It's never bothered me, articulation and stuff. I think these are really, really cool figures. So she comes with an accessory, the Gleek or whatever. And then, so there it is, 2025 McFarlane Toys. So she's really cool, and she's one of the Wonder Twins. And so I already got a Wonder Twin, I think, last month or a month before. So now I've got them both. Look at that. So they're all done. The Wonder Twins are all done and dusted, which is a really cool. I've loved collecting them. They're dead bright, they're dead nice, and so they sit on the top of my shelf. Like I said, on my toy room Instagram, I'll put pictures up of how it's all displayed and so forth. Everyone's saying hello to Rob. So look at that, yeah. Stocked for years as he used to sell toys. That was a nightmare. So he sold it and it all got damaged. What a shame. Oh well. So there's the Superpowers. Hasbro 2026 Hasbro Black Series Quinlan Voss, great figure. Love this figure. The only reason I like this figure, really, for me, is not because of the Phantom Menace. It's because of the there was a book that he was in with Asajj Ventress. I forgot what it's called, that book, but it's a book with him and Asajj going on missions and how they fall in love and so forth. And I love the character. Love the character of Quinlan Voss because of that book. And so when they bought the figure out, I thought, yes, he's awesome. And he looks cool, doesn't he? I like this. They've done this blade thing a few before. I think General Kenobi came in one a few years back, and then they stopped doing it. But it looks like they've brought it back now because there's a few of them that they're doing this swoosh kind of lightsaber blade. But yeah, loved it. Great figure. So I got hold of him, which I just think he's super cool, isn't it? Black Series is awesome. I got her, the seventh sister. So she was from Rebels. Same thing again. They've done the dual blades and so forth. I've noticed as well with the Black Series I've been buying, and maybe it's because they've put the price up. They're coming with a lot more accessories now. So they're all coming with a lot more accessories than they used to do. Now, hence, she was $30, $29.99, but it wasn't classed as a deluxe, this. But I just thought, this is a great figure too. I mean, look at that. Look at all them accessories. Luckily, with Black Series, you're lucky to get a gun, aren't you? That's roughly it. So, yeah, I'm impressed with that. That was a really cool figure. So she just looks cool with her helmet and so forth and the blades. I got this one. This is one I picked up. 2026 Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Remnant Stormtrooper. Can't have enough Stormtroopers for one. But I've got a funny feeling if the movie's good, then this one, especially for Army Builder and all that. And they had a stack of all the new Marvels. I mean, all the new Black Series at the Walmart near Spring Lake. And they only had one of these. So they had a few of everything else, but only one. So I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up and I'll buy it. So, yeah, and I just think these Remnant and Stormtroopers are awesome. They're really cool. I like the look of him. I like the fact that it comes with a shoulder pad and the extra cartridges and so forth. He just looks, look. So, again, a Stormtrooper now coming with 2 or 3 accessories, which is pretty cool. Next one I got was this one, White Box. Now, I wasn't really bothered about the White Box, to be honest. We fell for that novelty 10 years ago. Do you remember when the Force Awakens were doing it? And then Mando came in, they were doing it. And then it was, what is it? The Carbonite box, the Pearled box, the White Box. So when they did it again this year, I remember talking to Oakspot, we were like, oh, in 10 years, that's your new idea in 10 years. But he's cool. $34.99, comes with a ton of accessories and so forth. So, yeah, I just thought I'll buy that and I'll have a look at it. So this is what I mean. This is like how many Mandos have I got now and Grogu's, hundreds of him. But he looks cool. So yeah, I thought I'll buy him and see what he, you know. I mean, he's never going to come out of the box, is he? Let's be honest. But yeah, I bought the white version of it. I thought I'll give the white version give that white version a go. Let's have a look. Twins. I'll just get 2 of her still twins. Yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah, I liked the look of her. She has that old 60s kind of Superpowers look, you know, with her hair and all that. I just thought she was cool. I picked up the Mattel Lab Lockdown T-Rex from Argos. I haven't been able to go to Argos in a while. Finally, it was available in the UK. It was previously only a Walmart exclusive. Why do they do that? They do over here. They'll do like, I'll give you an example with Black Series. They'll do 4. They used to be, it's calm down now, but it used to be a nightmare. So they do 4, the new wave of 4, right? Oh, and we'd all sit there and we'd go, wow, this looks fantastic. This looks awesome. 4 figures. And they go, yeah, you can get that one from Amazon, that one from Walmart, that one from Target, that one from the, and we were like, oh no. The funniest one, and I've said this before, the funniest one is when they did Walmart, Black Series figures at Walgreens. Walgreens is like Boots. Walgreens has never been a shop. And if there's Americans in here that'll probably agree with me, Walgreens is never a shop. You go, oh, there'll be stuff in there. It's got like a small row of just dodgy, like cars and this and that, die-cast stuff, that. But they did Black Series exclusives in there. So a few of them, the General Veers, the Kenobi, the General Kenobi, the Obi-Wan that was the Ghost of, all Walgreens exclusive, and they were a nightmare to get hold of. A nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I took my wife around to about 20 of them one week and she was not happy at all. I still couldn't find it, but eventually you get it. But yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? All the exclusives, Target and Walmart. As soon as they say over here, me and Scott will sit down and we'll watch a reveal and we'll go, oh, you can get it at your local Walmart. It's exclusive. You just like that. Forget it. Just buy it online when it comes out. Why don't you have a loose, unopened picture? A loose, unopened picture, pal? What's that of? You'll have to explain that one to me. Dark Disciple, thank you very much. The books are right there. All my books are right there. Dark Disciple. I've loved it. I loved that book. It was a beautiful book to read. And so that's why I got my love from because I know you only saw him in the Phantom Menace for about, a second, if that. He was sat at the thing when he was Sebulba and whatever. And so, but no, when that book came out, I really did like him. Did you get the one with the different coloured shin god? No, mate. I just got the standard one. I saw them and so forth. But I thought, I'll just get that one. And like I say, I think with these, they're going to be out for a while, aren't they? So I'll pick up the time. But I think, wasn't the different coloured one an exclusive, Mr. B? Was that a Target exclusive? Or Walmart? You see what I mean? That's what I mean. So I know they did that. I remember them doing it with the Scarif Trooper. Do you remember? You can only get this one at, there's one with another colour arm that you can get from Target. There's a leader with a cartridge on him that you can only get. Blooming nightmare. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Your new Black Series figures, you had stock Hasbro pictures. Why don't you open the loose unopened picture? Got you. Your new Black Series figures you had stock has. Yeah. We weren't no professional this time, our days, but make sure. I don't know. It's just, again, I've always preferred. It's not a case of opening it or not opening when it comes to Black Series. I prefer them closed. I like that library kind of look like behind me. You can just pick one out and have a look at it and put it back. And I've got hundreds of Black Series, and so I like that look that you can just pull it out, have a look, and put it back. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine if I tried to open them all now? I did that with my Transformers. So I was stocking up Transformers, 60, 70 Transformers. And one day I just thought, you know what? I'm going to open them all and display them. Took me bloody all day, but it felt great. It felt like Christmas Day in June or whatever, opening all these figures. Do you know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's probably what I just prefer more when they're closed than ones. I found mine at Walmart. They are. So it'll probably be a Walmart. Well, I'll have a look because I will get older. Man. I do like variants and I do like stuff like that. It's just finding it in it. And what I try and do, Mr. B, is I don't want to drive myself mental looking like I did that story I told you, dragging my wife around to 20 Walgreens. You know what I mean? So I'll find it. Even Shabby, I win. Just clicked on that like button before joining this legendary community. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're all fine. It's lovely of you. Like I said, there's 35 of you here just to watch my big arse just talk away for a couple of hours. So thank you all so much. I haven't opened any of the new Mandalorians. No, I have got loose figures. Don't get me wrong. If I found a duplicate, if you've gone into a shop and like Ross with them, and they're like $5, $6, $7, I'll buy one. So I have got loose ones. I have got them. But no, when it comes to Black Series, I like the look of him closed. I like the artwork on him. I like, it's because it's funny because everybody said about the Motu. Oh, Shabby's definitely going to keep those closed. No, I opened all of them. Oh, there's all the Motus. Like I said, all opened them all. There's been a couple I haven't done. When Mattel did those creations like Coldar and Grislaw and Frogman and all that sort of stuff, I kept them on the card, but I put them in a clear case so you can see them instead of leaving them in that. Remember they did that cardboard box thing and you took it out. So there have been a few that I've kept closed, but you can still see it. But no, Black Series, I just enjoy it when it's more closed. So I ended up with 4 boxes of vintage collection Shore Trooper Army builders. Yeah, they were awesome. Exactly, mate. Exactly right. That's the way I look at it. Hey, Scott Whitehouse. Just popping in to say I watched the replay. Well, thank you, my friend. I'm just showing some toys, and then I'm going to show what my toy room looks like now. So it's lovely that you popped in. Everyone's saying about see you Saturday. Looking forward to it. I hope you all have a lovely time. I really do. In bed with a bad cold, but this is cheering me up. Oh yeah, we'll get well soon, buddy. I hope you're all right. So nightmare. Right, 2 more things that I've bought. Let's have a look. Right. So I love these. I love these retro cards, right? Because I started to get all the classified. So I'll talk about a story I told you before. And I was buying all these classified G.I. Joes because they look super cool. And I started from 1 and I got to about 1 to 100. And I'm buying them and going, oh, these are awesome. Who is it? I had no idea of the lore of G.I. Joe. So what I did was I was talking to Jeff and Scuba and they said, Shabby, watch the 80s cartoon. I thought, you know what? I'll get in bed one night and I'll just put it on. And I loved it. And it really upsetting in a way. I was like, oh, how did I not watch this as a kid? So when the retro cards came out, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do all these. So I've been buying the retro cards, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm loving buying these and having a look at them. And so I got the Crimson God, which is brand new, that came out this week. And look at her, just awesome. I just think these are super cool, these Joe figures. They're awesome. So I managed to get hold of her. Now, the reason I bought her dead fast was because the other Crimson God, the male version, that went way up in price. And so I thought, no, I'm going to get this one quick. So this one I managed to get hold of. And then Zap Melendez, which I just love this. It's like the old 80s aesthetic look. Do you know what I mean? They don't overdo him on these. I mean, look at the accessories it all comes with. But do you see by the paintwork, they look like old toys, if you will, on a modern toy. So I just absolutely loved them. I just thought these are fantastic. So yeah, it's going well, my collection of these retro cards. I mean, look at that. Just super cool. So yeah, that's how it looks now. So that's all my Joes right now. And so I think I'm missing 2 of them from the very beginning. Snake Eyes I'm missing, and Storm Shadow. Is it Storm Shadow, the White Ninja? I'm missing them too. But I've thoroughly enjoyed collecting these, and they just look awesome. And to me, I understand now what Joe lads say about these card backs, like the Star Wars lads do when they get the vintage collection. It's all about these card backs, and the card backs just look super cool. And so in a way, this is my G.I. Joe. This is what, I've been collecting these 6-inch retro ones after watching the cartoon and stuff, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So yeah, I managed to get hold of him. I've got Crazy Legs coming, so Crazy Legs is coming as well. And so, like I said, apart from missing 1 or 2 of them, I've practically done them all. So, and I'm going to keep collecting these. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy having these ones. Oh, wow. Love that G.I. Joe. Yeah, I just enjoy this. It's like I said, I stopped with the classifieds. I sold them all. I got rid of all of them because I just thought I'm buying stuff I don't know about here. And it's silly risk. I'm wasting money on stuff I'm, and again, keeping in boxes. But these are a bit different. When you buy these, the card is so big, and obviously the bubble, you can see everything on them. So there's no reason for me to open these, and it's just nice to have my own personal G.I. Joe thing. So this is where my love for it comes from watching that cartoon, and then buying these figures, which I thought was super cool. I've loved them. I've loved them to pieces. The classified Crimson Guard is such an amazing figure. One of the very few figures I've ever bought doubles off. Yeah, I don't know. Is it exactly the same as the retro one as well? Because I've got the retro version of it, the male version. And obviously they've just done the female version of her right now. So yeah, she's awesome. Brilliant figures. Just absolutely love them. Let's have a look. Thanks. I'll have that track in my head all day now. Why was he singing? Look at him laughing. The Crimson figure pushed out till August over here. Wow, is it? Well, I can always get you one and then get someone to take it home for you when they come to Joe Fest in June. If you need one, just let me know. Let me know, and I can do that. Instead of me posting it, I'll just, because I've got something for you here anyway. So if you need one, then I'll grab hold of one and then I'll just give it to someone. DTM, I'll give it to DTM to give you. The classified Crimson Guard is such an amazing figure. Yep, it really is. Hey. Can't wait to get more card backs at Joe Fest. Yeah, you go crazy, don't you? I've got a few of the vintage stuff as well. I've got quite a few vintage stuff there. The lads, and I always buy a vintage figure when I go to Joe Fest. I think the one I wanted this year, I wanted a Flint, and I got that. And then a Snow Job I bought. Jeff Barker was selling stuff, so I got a complete one of them. I got the big mobile headquarters that comes out like at Fishing Tackle. I've got that. I've got a Conquest. I've got the Ore Striker. I've got the His Tank, all vintage and figures to go with it. But it's not a line I'm going to go mad at. But I like to buy one at Joe Fest every year. So this year I was thinking, I said to Scuba and Rob, or maybe I'll buy a Scarlet, and it's about $80, $90 or $100, depending on condition. But it's nice to pick up a vintage something about that. But I'm not going to go all you couldn't do with Joe. Bloody hell, there's thousands. Every week I see something else and I think, where's that from? And the lads will say, G.I. Joe. And I'm like, how much stuff did he make for that? Hi, Martin. Hi, mate. He says, so many G.I. Joe figures. Yeah, I enjoyed that 6-inch line I have. So there's a couple I'm looking for. So when I go to Joe Fest, I'll look for the Storm Shadow and I'll look for the Snake Eyes, because you try and buy it online and they're taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? It's like $100 for it. So I'm not just going to fork out that. But when I'm at Joe Fest, you have money in your pocket. So if I can get a deal for one for about 70, then I'll get hold of them. And then I'll carry on collecting that line. The regular Crimson Guard, I have about 8 of them to open. Troops like those, I was all in on troop building, Bats, Vipers, Cobras. Yeah, I've just enjoyed that line. I really have. I've just really enjoyed it. I have a lot of the vehicles for that line. Cool. You lads are awesome getting all involved with this. You're too kind, pal. But I have it ordered. No problem. Like I said, open anytime. Yeah, exactly. We'll sort him out. Hey, Jay, but I have it ordered. Shabby, if you won't mind getting me the whole 86 studio line, that would be, they're getting really hard to find over here, and really hard. And the prices have gone daft for him. They really have. I missed out on Ironhide, and now they want $80 for it. And I'm like, it was a $35 Transformer. So, I love them 86. They're brilliant, but I tell you, sometimes it just takes a piss, doesn't it? Because the majority of us don't just collect one line, do we? We go mad. And so you think up here, like, well, they're not going to spend that much money, so we'll make it exclusive. We'll make it, I don't know, sometimes it gets you. 1,059 O-ring Joes if you include repaints and vets. What I mean, you almost can't get a complete collection even just the Joes. No. Oh, that's nice of you. One day, definitely. I got a Storm Shadow as a Christmas present. That's awesome. Transformers are daft. If you miss one, the price is got. They do. That's exactly what I've just said to our TJC right there. It's stupid, really. You miss them and then you're like, they shoot. Which I've always had an issue with something that's brand new about that. Do you know what I mean? As you know, I am a modern and a vintage collector. Right now, sometimes with vintage, I can completely understand it. If it's a rare thing, if it's a complete thing, and they want 100 to 1, you can make your own minds up about a vintage. It depends how much you really want it for. But stuff that's been out 6 months, you know what I mean? That was $20 6 months ago. Now it's $100. You're just like, come on, man. That's the only irk I have when it's stuff. Let something grow a bit first before you take the piss, But it's the way it is, isn't it? Typical Transformers always seem to go silly with prices. Always. My son is loving the 86 line. He's waiting. I've got about 4 of the Dinobots, so I'm doing well with the 86. I still keep a lookout for him. But I love it. All my Transformers are down that way. So from there, they go across there. So I've got them all. Well, I haven't got them all. I mean, I've got a lot of Transformers. I like the Outback. That came out. And it's already over $80. It was a 27. This is what I mean. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Stuff from 6-8 months ago on Transformers were over. I know, and they pay for it. That's the thing. They wouldn't be putting them prices up if they didn't, did they? Just thought, if you do remember, you still need the original Motu. I'll need a picture, as I have no idea. No, mate, you don't go looking for stuff for me. You go and have a lovely time. Do you know what I mean? Instead of that money you spend on, what is it, me? Buy your wife a lovely drink with the same money. You don't have to do that, my friend. I'm just happy that you're lovely of you to say. Don't get me wrong. But no, mate, you're going to enjoy yourself. Rob, my boy, has all the dinosaurs from the Power of Primes line. Nice. Awesome line. So that's what I've been buying. Now, I did say while I was showing you what I've been buying, I have bought other stuff as well, but not necessarily toys. What I've been doing is I've been buying loads of these because, as you know, when everything's up there, I don't like glass on my on my shelves, whatever. I think VTR took his off too. I don't like the glare and I don't like this, so I waited to keep it all open. And if anyone came round or whatever and they wanted to take something off the shelf and look at it, I wanted to do it that way. But dust, as you all know, is a nightmare, isn't it? Especially North Carolina with the pollen we get, and this, and obviously the pollen's not in the house, but you understand what I mean. We get a lot of dust here. So I've been buying these plastic casing, and so every week or so, I'll put money away that I should have bought a Black Series with, or I should have bought a GI Joe with, and I'll buy a pack of 10, which is like about $30, whatever. And I've been protecting everything and putting them all in the cases. So I've been getting them for Black Series right there, so which is pretty cool. I've always done it with the Motu. So this is what I meant before, that there are some Motu that I've kept closed that they're exclusives, but I do take them out of the cardboard and put them in these. So I've been putting these in them as well. And I just think it looks neat and tidy as well. So when it's on the shelf, it's neat and, and then, I like these figures and I don't want them to get ruined or whatever. So, they're only cheap. So like I said, the rest of them, I didn't mind opening it all, but some of them you want to keep closed. But so I've been buying these protector cases. Joe's I've always done it with. So every time I bought a Joe, I always make sure I have these ready so I can look at it and put it back in straight away. So the Joes all look like that when I've in cases, which is really, really, I just think they're all, and it's a big cases, so it looks like a big heavy book, if you will, you know what I mean? I've always been in love with that kind of library look. I know it sounds pathetic, like romantic about things like trains and libraries, the way it all looks out and so forth. So yeah, I bought that, which is pretty cool. The only nightmare was I've been buying the superpowers and I couldn't find one for superpowers. Now there was a fella at Joe Fest last year was selling these superpower cases, and I took his card, but me like a bloody plum, I don't know where I found it, but I can't see anything that sells superpowers. What is it? Superpowers protective cases. And if you do, they're only selling them individually. So it's like one for $7. And I'm like, I can't do that. I've got about 50 of them. So I was looking and I was looking. And then all of a sudden I found, believe it or not, protect your cases for Masterverse, which is the 7-inch He-Man line, and they work fine. They're a little bit loose, but they work. So what I've done with the superpowers, I've put them in that. So now they all look like this. So like I say, just a touch loose, but it's the cards wider. You see, the cards wider, because I would have gone for a vintage collection protective case or a GI Joe but these cards are wider. So I found these, and so what I've done is, if you can look behind me right there, I've put all my superpowers all in these cases and put them all up. Do you see what I mean? And done it. So just to protect them, because again, these aren't ones I'm going to open. And with that line finishing now, it's finished. They're not making anymore. I just thought I'd put all them in a protective case and do it that way. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed doing it. But it's funny, innit? Because I always have that thing, you could have put a figure with this. So I had to make sure. So I thought, you know what, I'll do it for March. I'll buy a bunch of them and I'll get them all done. Because once it's done, in it really, in a way. You've done, you've put them all protective and you feel happy about it. Hiya, Matt's been, oh, I hope he's done well. Say hello to your Matt for us. It's lovely to see you, Dave. Loving everyone complaining about prices with our dollar knackered. Shipping at $50 US figure is over $100. Bought 2 reaction figures at $30, 18 US. Paid 90 in customs. We do it all the time. This stuff. Thing it was, we had Kat on, Kat Knight on Monday, and she was showing the NECA Dracula. For those who are in America, that NECA Dracula was in Ross for $8.99. That exact Bela Lugosi Dracula. They're all in over there at Christmas, and they had the werewolf in it. This one. So I said to her, next time I go in, I'm just going to find as many as I can for you, all the different characters, and I'll grab them for you. The nicest thing about if I do that, my mum comes over here in June. My mum can go back with them and give them to her there. So, but yeah, sometimes it does take the piss, doesn't it? How expensive stuff is. Let's have a look. Cases, Figure Shield, MSC Masters, great couple of companies, variety. Yeah, and I'm who do I? There's a couple of them I use. Vetro or something. I've liked them. They've been good. The GI Joe ones are perfect because they're a little bit thicker too. With it being a thicker card, the actual plastic on the protective case is thicker. And it turned out really nice then, yeah. Shabby didn't watch Sags's video on protective clamshells. No, I didn't. I'll have to watch it now. He's done one though. I recently did a video on it. Oh, right, okay, right, perfect. I tell you what to do. Send me the link and put it in our group, and then I'll watch it. That's a definite. Hi, Coxie, just talking about you. I found the classified Scorpion GI Joe for $12.99. Yeah, I just found the Modulock. Do you remember the Modulock that He-Man did? It was $35 on Amazon. It was in Amazon. It was in Ross for $12.99. So Ross is a brilliant place, but it's hit and miss. I don't want everyone who doesn't live in America to think Ross is like a gold mine. It isn't. Sometimes you've gone in and there's nothing in there. Sometimes you go in and it's packed. Do you know what I mean? It just depends on what shipment they have. Deflected DC cases make plastic cases for the modern superpowers box. what I really want, now this goes to about what Fun Confet was saying about the prices, whatever. There's two things I really want that from DC deflector cases that I can't get over, and if I can, the import's too expensive. I need a protective case for my Red 5 Designs book. That's what I definitely need, because I don't want to sound big-headed, and I don't want that, but I got a red and black version of it, the 1/25 version, and I'd always like to keep that, nice and because it means a lot to me. I suppose all of you, is that Red 5 Design book, not over the fact that it's the book, the fact that we're all in it, we're all there. It's one of my favorite memories through this whole social media thing we've done now. Greg and Gianni mean the world to me. I've always liked them, so I wanted to keep and I know that they did it. I know somebody over there. You'll have to help me out, lads, but one of them did that, so I want that. And also, this sounds dead weird, this, but I can never find a protector case for the Torn and Han Solo Black series and original Biker Scout with the Speeder Bike Black. I can't find a protector case for that. Looked everywhere. I think Toy Bunker does them, but they get them. This is what I mean. They get it through DC, but it's a bit pricey. They're like $30 a piece, and like, you know what I mean? So if anyone finds any of them or knows a place where I can get them from for the Red 5 Designs book or for a Black Series Torn Han and Speeder Bike, I'd love, just let me know. Don't get it for me. Don't do that. Just let me know, and I'll have a look for myself. So got Sebulba for 13. Yeah, I got him. He's a great figure. I wasn't going to get him when he was out. I bought him at 27. But when I saw 13, I grabbed it. Yeah, that's one of the things they've done. I mean, the Acolyte, I slated the Acolyte off, but the figures were great. I bought all the figures for it. Skeleton Crew, they were all in Ross, weren't they? And that was a great show. I love the Skeleton Crew. That was a brilliant show. Yeah, most of the time Ross is empty, but like every 6 months or so it's striking gold. Exactly right. Yeah, I just wanted to tell the lads that because I didn't want to think me and John walk in with a gold cape. Oh, let me just buy this. No, it's hit and miss. Sometimes they've got it, sometimes you haven't. Good old VTR saying hello to everybody. Yes, Kieran is right. I have a DC defect for him. Exactly. That's what I'm after. That's what I definitely want, one of them. Kev Mates is our keys. Right, let's see what else I want to show you. Let's have a look. My toy room. So we'll go to my toy room. So, as you know, I like to take care of my toy room. I like to make sure it looks nice and tidy, and because we spend a lot of money, don't we? We do, and it means the world to me, this sort of stuff. So I wanted to make sure it was all nice and done up and so forth. But you all know what it's like. You start your toy room and it's a blooming nightmare. I've done mine about how many times, you know what I mean? But you buy more stuff and then you realize, oh, hang on a minute, this goes there and this goes this. But this time I had no choice, because, and I'll tell you the story why I had no choice as we're going through it. What does John say? Same as Ollie's. Most of the time it's garbage, but once that exactly right, mate. Remember all the retro Ghostbusters they were doing in there? Everyone's paying 25, 20. That's where I got mine from. I gave them to Luke, to Reynolds. I bought a whole set there. They were like $4.99. I helped Rob out getting them too, because he's always didn't have them. So I thought, I'll get them for Rob. Yeah, they were great, them. Shabby's in display stands on eBay do lots of cases for odd sizes. Send me the link. So send me the link then, and I'll look. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that, buddy. Right, let's have a look. So this is what my old toy room used to look like. So I'm going to start off with pictures and sort of compare it, because most of you might think, Shabby, it looks the same. You haven't done anything, Shabby, but I have done stuff. So this is where I kept on my Black series, like I said. And the room right there where you can see the blinds, that was just a spare workout room where I put my furniture to, just a spare room, if you will. But I need that room now. So that now looks like this. So what I did was I moved all the Black series out and I put everything there. That's my new PC right there that Suki just bought me. All lights up at the side. I feel dead, you know what I mean? Like I'm in war games or something. Never had a PC like it. All whirs and lights up and all this. So yeah, this is where I stuck all my stuff. This is a vintage, very, very solid. It's a steel chest of drawers. And I used to have it outside for work, but then Jen did it up and she rusted it for me and painted it red. And so I just stuck that there. So that's where I am right now. So if you wonder, whereabouts is Shabby? That's where he is right there. What does John say here? Because if you pay $15 to $20 more for cases, by the time you bought 1,000 or so you need for your collection, you've spent. This is what I mean. So I thought, so thanks for sticking with me this time, because I know I bought a couple of stuff but that's what I've been aiming for them. Over 42 people here. Thank you all so much. Hey, Epic Badger. Same as Ross, John. Christmas time is 100%. Oh, Mr. B, how good is that at Christmas? I agree with you. Saying hello. So yeah, we're up to there. Next picture. So that's where it goes. So you can see the door right there. I took off all the door and whatever, took off the blinds, and that's where I put all my workout stuff, you know, my treadmill and my weights. But most of my Black Series now has gone into there. And by moving that into there, it's given me loads more space. So my room's looking nice and tidy. Up there, I've got most of the Star Wars ships, whatever, but they're just a couple of vintage ones are stuck up there, you know, and obviously my Pee-wee and that kind of thing. My Hot Wheels, which that thing I got from Hot Wheels is really good. I got the pegboard from Amazon. It's a big plastic one that swivels and can have them on both sides. So that's pretty cool. So this is what I mean. So this is the hallway that I used to keep all my Black Series in. So right next to my desk right there, there's a thing right there. But Jen wanted me to do something else. She didn't want that down the hallway anymore. So what I had to do for Jen, so like I said, there's my bookshelf and my Black Series, which was right there. So Jen wanted to have her own coffee bar making, which I've made for her. So we're still fixing this up now. You can see on the side, he's got pictures and so forth to do. So down that hallway right there is where my Black Series were. So we've changed that and we've put that coffee bar there. So now it looks like that. So what I did was I closed it all up on my side of it, moved the books and made that more like a vintage kind of thing. So in other words, my majority of vintage stuff I have is on this shelf. So everything from that Galvatron that our Luke sent me, bless him, and the big yellow teapot, all vintage. So that's my vintage He-Man at the moment. That's how far I'm up to. All my Star Wars figures I put out. A couple of mini rigs I put out. Out of the Star Wars, the whole collection, I think I'm missing about 3 or 4, if that. That's it. But there's all my vintage He-Man. That's the Ghostbusters I showed on what I picked up in January, which was pretty cool. And obviously She-Ra's, Castles, Snake Mountain, that kind of thing. So I closed all that up there and made that more of a vintage. And what it does is, well, it gives me loads more space. And so it's all lit up and I just think it looks dead cool. And it's nice to have, you know, like your main focus on because I didn't want to just throw those vintage He-Man in a box. I wanted to present them. I wanted to look nice. And so I made a shelf for them right there. And that's, look at it from the other side. I've always had that. That came out about 10, 15 years ago, the Death Star, and it lights up. And I've always had it as a lamp. At the top there, I don't know where you can see it or not, where I'm moving it. That was all those Saga trilogy collections. I got most of them too, and I've always kept them up there. I forget about them all the time. But and then up here, what I've done is I've put a couple of NECA, a couple of Multiverse, just things that I don't buy a lot of. But if I see one that I really like, then I'll buy it and I'll stick it up there, if you will. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. You extended the joy. Yeah, so I've extended both the rooms down. It looks really cool. You've updated it looks awesome. So, well, I appreciate that. Thank you, pal. I'll show you a little bit more. Wait a second. Do I see? Yeah, I've got 3 Teddy Ruxpins. 3. So everybody join in. Conjure me tonight. Let's build a giant. Love seeing. Oh, highways. Love seeing yourself so much. Yeah, I'm very proud of you all. And you take inspiration. I've always said it, and I'm not just saying it because he's here, because he knows it. I watched VTRs do his years ago, and I thought I was religious watching the way, because he made a couple of videos of him setting it all up, doing all this and doing all that. And then you watch other people's toy rooms and what they look like, and look at Scuba's the way it's all done. And I just think it's, you know, look at G-Force the way it goes into loads of rooms, and I find that impressive, me. And so you take a lot of inspiration of other people, and do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I was thinking about, you know, people going through details and stuff like that. And then I heard VTR say, well, I don't have the glass on it. And I thought, what a great idea to do it that way. And these shells that I buy them, they're cheap. They're like $25. That's it. But you can build on top of them. And then I just buy the puck lights and put them underneath, and it gives it that kind of look. So yeah, because it's for me, this, I don't want to take the piss out of my wife and say, oh yeah, I need 600 quid for a shirt. I make sure I do it on the cheap. So, but I'm talented enough to make it look pretty, I suppose. Next picture. So that's where I keep all this stuff. This is, I've got up there, and I've got another shelf at the bottom of it as well, where my mum's doll is. Mr. B sent me some Star Trek set, and that's going to be down at the bottom with more gem that's coming, basically. But that's where I play the PlayStation. That I built myself. That as you know, I'm in the furniture business, so I did a pop culture shelf. So all that's full of pop culture pictures. It's got the shining carpet on the bottom that I made, and fixed all that up, made it bright. And so, yeah, that's where I keep them, you know, my dolls, if you will. Should have, I know what you're going to say. But that's where I keep it all. So then with the books, I moved them. So that's how it used to be. Do you remember? So all those shelves used to be at the back right there. and I'd stick my stuff that way. And this is an oldish picture because obviously there's a lot more multi than that now. So where that is at the back of my room now looks like that. So I moved all my books and my protective cases to the back, and at the top here you can see the Lego I buy. So the Imperial Shuttle, the Goonies, the Jaws, the BD one. I just thought, you know what, that'll look nice if I put all my biggish Legos that I get every Christmas up there. So I got these dirt cheap lights for like $5 each, these lights, but they curve, which was cool. So then they shine down on this. And so, yeah, so that's where I keep all my stuff. This empty space right here is where I'm going to put all the new mask stuff. So when I be getting the more mask stuff and so forth, I'll put them up there, and just little bits here and there. And, so little trinkets, if you will, on this shelf. So it looks like that. So, there's the Action Man, and there's the Steve Irwin that KLC sent. So that's where my Lego, my small, like Speed Champions, that kind of thing. And then my books and my albums, my comics, that, I just built a big library at the back, which has been great now because it gives me a lot more space at the side. So let me just catch up with the chat a sec, see what you're all saying. He's dollies, yeah. Hi, Luke. I went 44 people here. Wow, this is unbelievable. Thank you all. I see the big yellow teapot. I couldn't believe it, right? So I was watching Gav and Joe, the Leicester Vintage lads, when they used to do it together. And I'm sat there watching it, and they've gone to Sandown. And as they're talking, they're on, and it's done like that. So far behind, I could see the big yellow teapot. What the France? I haven't thought the big yellow teapot for years, and I loved that thing as a kid. Loved it. So then I'm looking for it. Bluebird, 1980 to 82, big yellow teapot. Never sold in America. Never sold. So I thought, oh, no. So then I turned around to our side and said, Si, if you ever find one of these, a big yellow teapot, you've got it. And Si said, well, I'll have a look, blah, 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 this and that. All of a sudden, Scuba Pete, he's in a shop in Indiana. And he goes, look what I've got. And it's a big yellow teapot. He's in a shop in India, a toy shop in Indiana. He sent it to me. He said, yeah, you don't know what it was. And he said, yeah, Shabby, I got it. So Scuba got it for me. And it's in great condition. And it's a little bit faded, the yellow, but it's 45 years old. It's going to be. But it's in great condition. And there's a couple of accessories. All of a sudden, Zoe finds me some accessories for it and sends them over here. Because I was looking on eBay for the accessories, the car and the dog bed and that kind of thing. The prices were great, but converting them, but everyone was asking $50, $60 for shipping for small accessories for it. So if you do find any of them at NEC, let me know for the accessories for it. But I loved it. I just couldn't believe that I had one. I just think it looks nice at the bottom there. Let's have a look. Where else is here? Your collection room is about the size of my old house. It's a big room. VTR's been in here. VTR's been in the room. He's had a look. Nothing wrong with dolls. Exactly right. Have you ever used that fireplace? You can't. I don't know why it's here because it's roasting in North Carolina. So I don't know why we've got a fireplace, to be honest. So no, I've never used it. It's all closed up and stuff. I can do. You can use it, but I just stick my TV in front of it. So no, I've never. Look at me now. I'm out now. And it's funny that, isn't it? Because I talk about this, and then you look at Geek Strong up there, and it's snowing yesterday where Geek Strong is. It's funny, isn't it, the way it goes? See that Goonie ship only just fits. Yeah, only just fits, but it does fit, which is awesome. But again, it's nice that because, like I said, with Lego, I just open it, and it's nice to do that at Christmas. There's the Christmas Story house one I got as well. Do you remember when I got that a couple of years back? Me and Pete got it from a Christmas story. That was the knockoff Lego, and it's just as good as Lego to me. So yeah, I like the way I've done it. All my books and stuff like that, and it's at the back. How many Action Man dolls? Yeah, Nick's got tons of Action Man dolls, ton of them. That one there is what VTR sent, and I got it signed by Bob Breakin. So I took it to Joe Fest, and he signed it. He said, "What's your name?" I went, "Shabby." He goes, "What sort of name is that?" Gave me a look like that. So he's really nice bloke, really nice. I see 3 PlayStation come. 3? No, you see 1. Do you know what I mean? I've got 1 PlayStation. Let's have a look. What incredible company, Bluebird. Yeah, it was one. It really was. Ladybird. I love the Ladybird books too. The He-Man ones that Ladybird did. And you can find them over. You can buy them over. I didn't realize you could. It was bringing, which is so weird. We always, VTR, we still talk about that now. Like, how weird was that? That it's roasting all the time, and the week VTR comes, it's raining and cold. You were freezing, weren't you? Pleasure. I'm trying hard to get mine all sorted on display before June when Dino and Paul are here. Yeah, it just takes time, doesn't it? So, hey, lurk alert. Hiya, Gilster. Good to see you, pal. Can't have them towing a toy display that's all messed up. Need it all. Yeah, I agree because I don't know whether you lot do that, have a toy room. There's nothing like when someone comes into your room and even if they don't collect, you know, they don't collect at all, but there's nothing like it when someone goes and you see him turn into an 8-year-old. Do you know what I mean? It's one of my favorite things about collecting, where, you know, you take everybody back, don't you? And that's the thing when you're a multi collector, like the majority of us are. There's always going to be something in your toy room that someone's collect. Oh, I can't believe you had that, and I had that one. And they love telling you what they had, and so that's why I like to keep it nice and neat, to, you know, so everybody enjoys themselves, if you will. Let me just get down here a bit, and I'll carry on. Here we go. Plus, I can finally do a big tour for the vintage stuff. Yeah, cool, John. See, you got the bag. Yeah, of course. I collect. I keep everything that you lads send. There's nothing that I don't keep. It means the world to me. I keep every letter, every note, every card, every sticker. I've got a chest down there. You can just see it right there. Everybody, I keep everything. It means so much to me. It really does. And that's not. Listen, you lot know me. You know I'm not full of shit. It means the world to me. It really does. Let's have a look. If I had a collection room, it would be full of all my annuals. Yeah, we can't buy annuals over here. So, yeah, mine will be. There is annuals on there, though. There's a Beano on there and stuff like that. This space right here at the top as well, that Lego just made that Tintin rocket, haven't they? So I've got to get that Tintin rocket. So I think I'm going to put that up there. VTA Dave bought the English weather with him. That's what I thought. Yeah, bought the bloody weather with him. Yeah. That's called a library, Terry. Brilliant. Pretty much, Jono. Right, let me go to the next picture. So we're at the back of the house. Back of the toy room, sorry. So this is the hallway that goes down it. So if you look on the floor, the reason I took this picture is because there's about a meter in between everywhere. So you can walk all the way around, you know, and that was something important as well, because there's nothing worse if you're knocking stuff or something falls off or whatever. You know what it's like, especially if you keep figures on a shelf loose, that's all you need. But I put things on figure stands and so forth to stop that happening. But I'm a clumsy sod, so I'll bump into anything. So I made sure I had enough space to go all the way around. So as you can see through the door right there, it's starting to go into that room now. So that's how the other side looks. So that's where I keep all my modern stuff, basically. So there's all my Transformers. There's all my Motor. Look at all the Motor Origins. Oh, Motor Origins. My Batman 66, my Superpowers, the Dungeons and Dragons. These shells up here are alternates, little things like DTM sent me, the little shop of ours. Anything little gift that some of you lads have given me, they're all up there. So little things like that you'll see at the top. Jason O'Toole sent me the TARDIS. VTR got me the sectars right there, and the sectar figures. So anything that you like, if you'll see anything, you might see it up there. But there's just little things I'll buy you in there. Like I found the Necrete, and it's like $20 at Walmart, brand new. So I bought that, my Willy Wonka, and then it goes into DC. So that's what I meant before. So from here onwards, there's the play sets they did, you know, like the Villain's Lair and the Batcave and Wayne Manor. And I always buy these silver things, clear things right there, the cake toppers, and they're about £6. That's it. And they work perfect, absolutely perfect. So I bought a lot of them, you know, so to put all my figures on and so forth. These ones in the middle were the He-Man. I made all them myself. I think I've made a video on that or shown you that, where I took loads of vintage comics and I printed them all out. I scanned them, printed them, and I made my own. But these little cake topper things, they work perfect. So, yeah, I was made up with that. So we come over here. So that's where it ends up. So it goes all the way. And like I said, so these are the shelves that I can build up. Now, my roof slants, as you can see at the top, so I can build all the way up to the top. And then at the top, I'll stick my Moonraker models and Star Wars, that kind of thing. Star Trek. Got a couple of ships on. And as you can see in the top left, that's where all my Saga and Trilogy are. So my Gem Rock and Roadsters there. So, yeah, it comes across like so. But it looks good, doesn't it? I mean, look how bright it is. And that's one of the things about Masters Universe, how bright they all are. And there's the Playmobil Back to the Future as well. And it just gives it that boom kind of look. But then again, going back to what we're saying about the Black Series, that's one of the reasons why I keep them in the case, because they're all colourful. Purples and greens and reds and blue. Do you know what I mean? So I want a room that when you walk into, you're just going to have a big smile on your face, you know. There's all my Hot Wheels. So like I said, I showed you the last video, my son had found these license plates, and so I put them on as well. So that looked pretty good. Playmobil back there, G.I. Joe at the bottom, Star Wars at the top, Do you remember that? That was the Jingle All the Way. Turbo Man is up there with Robbie from the Forbidden Planet. He's up there too. Playmobil Ghostbusters, Playmobil Scooby Doo. There's all the things, Jason. So there's all the pop culture cars: the Knight Rider car, the 18 van, the Magnum, the Goldfinger's Aston Martin, and then obviously my Pee Wee Shrine. Everyone says it's a shrine. It's not a shrine. This is just for cartoon collection. And so obviously I've talked about this before, where Origins has done so many different lines: Turtles, Origins, Thundercats, this was the cartoon line. So I wanted to be prominently do this because this is the cartoon that we love. This is the cartoon that we all remember, that my love from He-Man comes from the cartoon. So this is just dedicated to them. I did buy the Amazon exclusive Castle Grayskull as well, but just, you can see at the bottom left, it's still in the box down there, because obviously the Snake Lair, the new their version of HasLab, the new Snake Lair is coming. So I wanted to get that first to see where I put it. But yeah, I just thought I wanted a centerpiece for these ones. And so I think it looks pretty cool as well, the way they've done it. I'm not one for doing dioramas and all that sort of stuff. So I just got 4 black tables and then just made my own thing like that. But yeah, I just love Masters Universe. And look how bright that is. It just looks awesome. So when all your lights are off and all the big lights are off and you've just got it all lit up, it looks cool as anything. And so this is where we move into now. So you come out of that room and sort of, this is where all my Black Series is. So I've started to put Black Series in here. So I've built up that. I made these shelves and put them up and put my Black Series right there. And then over here, it's still work in progress, but that's just all my red boxes, all my red and black boxes. So I collected the whole set of them, plus the variations, the ones without the numbers are on the side. That was what Darth Muzzer made for me years ago, and I love it to pieces. He made me a diorama for the Land Speeder, sent it all the way from Australia, bless him. So I've kept that, and that is a prototype sheet that Red 5 Designs had sent me of my favorite Star Wars figure, which is Return of the Jedi Luke. So I framed that and put it in a thing right there. A couple more frames and so forth that I put on this side, but I've just got to fix this up a bit. But these are the light. That's the only problem living in North Carolina is the sunlight. So these are what they called light out curtains, whatever. No light can get through them. And so yeah, that's where I'm up to, and that's what I've been doing. So that is how my room looks right now. Let's have a look. I take pride of it. I just like doing it. Here we go. My challenge is what I couldn't see some of my favorite parts of the collection. I decided that's what I did for myself. So that's exactly what I did, Jesse. So a year ago, I had a good chat with Jenny. It was heartbreaking for me because, like I say, I don't sell anything. But I thought, you know what? If it's not on, Jenny put it straight to me. She said, if you're not going to put it out and you're not having it for sale, what have you got it for? She said, even if now, if you had to take everything out of your room now and start again, would you put that stuff on display? And I said, no. So I got rid, basically. So, yeah, but it's a good idea to do. Same, I have all the letters and everything. So if I move out the way, you'll see it right there. That one. Hang on, I'll take this off. Right there. Full of everybody's letters. It means the world to me. It means it. You know, you have a bad, it sounds a bit cheesy, this, and I don't want it to sound cheesy. I'm just telling you the truth. Sometimes you have a shit day, and especially the couple of months I've had or whatever. And when I was cleaning my room and whatever and doing my room, I just took it out and just read a couple of letters and a couple of things. Connor wrote something this morning. Connor wrote something in the thing this morning, which was beautiful, about us all being ZSR and how we've all met and how we all meet up and so forth. You lot mean the world to me. So yeah, sometimes I'll open it up and I'll just read it. I've still got Christmas cards from Gilston. He put loads of pictures in it for me and drew I love everything like that. So yeah, all I'm going to say is whatever you send to Shabby, it never gets thrown out. Nothing does. I've still got Christmas cards from Des from years ago. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You have 3. How come we don't play with us on a Sunday then? How come we don't play with us? You should play with us on a Sunday. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome of you. Oh, there is Gilster. Hi, everyone. I'm dealing with buffering. Oh, you're a nightmare. When you put the ceiling fan on, does it cause a draft causing your figures? No, I'm quite lucky for that because I have what they call fans in the floor too that blow up, but I do a thing where you don't have to it's on settings. You can have it on medium, large, low, and this and that. So I just put it on a low one. So I think it's all going now. Yeah, if you turn my camera, you can just see it there. It just moves a little bit like so. But no, I keep everything on figure stands. So I'm quite lucky in that circumstance. Nothing really falls over. Have to give it to you, mate. Your room looks. You take pride, but you all do. It's like I say, it's not just. I'm just showing mine because it's my channel tonight. But every one of you that I've watched, you've all got fantastic toy rooms, and I don't really do a tour. I've never done a room tour. I've never done a video of all this and that. So I love watching everybody. I just never done it. But I thought, you know what, I'll share it with you tonight. Because like I said, I've worked hard on it and he's moving all the stuff. And my wife wanted a new coffee bar. So I said, yeah, why not? And it gives me an opportunity to go into that room now. So that was a thing. If I make her that, can I have that room? And I got it. So that was pretty good. Do you think you'll ever run out of space? Of course we will. Of course we will. Yeah. But that's what one thing I did though when I was doing this. I deliberately made sure that when I was fixing it all up, that I have room for up and coming stuff. And so I did that. So you'll notice there's a couple of spaces when you saw those pictures I've got that are empty. That's for future stuff that's coming. So I wanted to get one step ahead of that, if you will. Do you know what I mean? But again, that's why I thought to myself, do I really want to buy those new Chronicles? Do I really want to add more figures and stuff on? So have you been scanning the He-Man Gold? I'm scanning, always look for He-Man books. I'm a massive romantic about libraries, always have been about books. So that's why I said my book thing at the back is like a center point behind Attorney and stuff. I love reading, you know. That's when I tried that audio book thing. It's just not the same. There's nothing like a good book in your hand, you know what I mean? Getting immersed into it. And so yeah, I always look for books, especially those golden books. Yeah. It looks stunning, Shabby. Oh, thank you, my friend. One day you'll have to come on and have a barbecue on the scuba stove outside, have a couple of beers, come and have a look at it. You'll enjoy it. Thank you, DTM. Thank you, pal. I appreciate that. I think I've got the Back to the Future Playmobil DeLorean. I can't remember. I think I just bought it before I moved, and it could be buried at the bottom of my storage. It's brilliant. It's one of the best sets Playmobil's ever done. I've got all the Back to the Future. So I know Andrea has as well. You know, our Desi's missus. She's got it all. It's brilliant. Just a brilliant. Playmobil did such a great job on that. By room, do you mean house, don't you, Shabby? No, it's just this room and next room. That's it. Hey, I can't put anything else out. My wife would go mad. Can you imagine me putting something in my front room? Hey, I'll have that. No chance. What if you need something from the very shop? I'm 6'1", so I'm all right. I can reach. I'm all right. So, damn, Shabby, I think that's all. Oh, thank you, pal. I appreciate that. Shabby stands on 10 salt. Can you imagine? Get down there. I have a small little ladder that goes up to about 8-9 foot, so I have a small, but I can get up to him. That's not a problem. D10 wouldn't be happy with that cable across the doorway. So no, that's not a cable. That's an LED light. I've got an LED to go around the entrance, and I haven't put it up yet. I tried these stickers, but they didn't work. So I'm going to get those fasteners. You know, it's got a little thing and a nail, and it goes all the way up the side and all the way across, so it looks like do you remember Star Wars when Millennium Falcon, sounding like Stu, when the Millennium Falcon was coming through the Death Star and that blue thing around it? Well, I wanted it to look like that, so I haven't put it up yet. So look at just you to notice that, you know, like you did when my wife did those the wires in the front. You haven't got those wires all hanging out, Shabby, but no, that's what that is. I'm sure she'll help out. Oh yeah, I'm sure she will. Yeah, incredible. Thank you, my friend. Cheers, Luke. Let's have a look. Everyone saying hello to our Luke. I have 6 PlayStation consoles. A1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, I've got one. That was it. That's one. I've had them all. I haven't had a PlayStation 5 though. And it's funny. I was talking to TJC about this at the weekend. You know, I think it's funny how they were $4.99. You couldn't find them anywhere. So every time you went to a Walmart or a Target, there was never ever a PlayStation in there ever. You're lucky if you found one every 6 months. They've just put the price of $750 and they're fully stocked. I said to Jen, look at all them. They're like 10 PlayStation 5s in a row at $749. You get to France. Looks amazing, mate. Want to come around mine since once. I love doing stuff like that. I'm a big fan of. I would. It's like hoarders and stuff like that. You know, you watch hoarders. I'd love to go out and clean their houses. I've got an OCD thing about that. I have a thing for fixing stuff. That's why, like I said, going back to VTR, when he made these videos of him doing his room up and painting it, I was like that. You know what I mean? Watching all of it. I love that sort of stuff. I've got 2 in original animation cells from there. I've got them up there as well, JT. John had some, and then GeForce had them, and GeForce gave them to me. So yeah, yours is Ross He-Man and yours Beef Manager for Orko. So that's pretty cool, JT. That's also that you've got them as well. Get me and you, JT, Mo2 buddies. Anything I sell means I can get other things. Yep, that's a good way of looking. Matt taught me that as well, Zero to Matt, because he was buying stuff, and he said it's easy because then he's not taking the piece. He's not taking bill money out. He's not taking money out that he's saved or whatever. He's selling stuff to buy other stuff. And it worked, didn't it? It worked for him, and he enjoys doing it that way. I think for me, why I couldn't get my head around it at the start is because I didn't get into this to sell anything. Do you see what I mean? So, but yeah, I learn off you lot. Oh yeah, there's a way to do it and the way to everything I've done. Basically, I've taken advice, or you learn, or someone does something in our group that you think, that's a good idea to do that. So, yeah. Not to mention an Amiga, a GameCube. Wow, have you? You got all that? Wow. Oh, wait a moment. I forgot about my original play. Look at you lot telling me about your PlayStations. I might send myself to Shabby's. More than welcome. More than welcome. Please attach a figure to the fan. Put my wife on it. It's only little. Goes yes, you have to work very hard on your rooms. You do, but I think we all do. I think we're all proud of what we do, don't we? I think that's why the majority of us who has a partner that doesn't do what we do, I think they understand what it means to us, because when they go into our toy rooms or go into the places where we keep our stuff, it's always nice. It's always tidy. Do you know what I mean? It's like if my wife ever coming in, which she rarely does, but if she ever does, and I've got shit everywhere, my stuff's all hanging off, my figures are all down, she's probably thinking to herself, what's he doing? He's wasting his time. It'll give her that impression that I'm not really interested in it. I'm just buying it for buying it. But when she comes in here and sees what I've done, and it's like I said, it's not just for YouTube videos I've done. I've collected all my life. YouTube I've done for 7 years, 7 years. Do you know what I mean? So I've always had a nice place and a nice room, And I know, I think that's why she probably understands why she supports it, because she knows I love this stuff. That's why I look after it and make sure it's all nice. I'm the best person to buy for, my kids say, because like everybody else, you buy them a shirt or you'll buy them some cologne, or, it don't last 2 minutes. I've got stuff in here from 20 years ago, that people have got me and sent me, and family, I'll buy that, Shabby for Christmas, and I've still got it. So, Buzz Lightyear would work, VTR. I've got a Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, that would be fun. VTR Tuck sensor Woody from Toys. I've got a Woody hanging from Dear Life. Yeah, but that means I have to open it. So I don't know. Have a Jedi Luke just naked himself. I have a couple more things to do before cleaning, right? Here, then I might be playing a game this evening. He's everyone's up for a game. I never know. You mean the Liza Minnelli and Falcon? Oh, how funny was it? He's a lovely bloke, isn't he, Stu? Lovely bloke. Very funny. He's got a great sense of humor. You've got to give him. We all have, basically, but some of us, we get it worse than other people, and he definitely gets it hard, Stu, doesn't he? So great sport. All joking aside, your room is awesome. It's like walking into Toys R Us. Yeah. I wanted it to have that, not a museum-y kind of look, but I want you to have every shelf to have a memory of it. So when you look at a shelf, you go, oh, man. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Again, like what VTR does on his. And, you look at it, you think, wow, your eyes go somewhere and this and that. And the importance to me was color, bright, to make it look, because we're a bunch of big kids, aren't we, buying toys? So let's have a room to convey that, Let's have a look. 5 more minutes, lads. Currently selling my PS4, my Switch, right? I got a working Atari, Mega Drive, PlayStation 2. New gaming isn't for me. I'm old school. Like Artez, he loves his old school stuff, doesn't he? Let's have a look. Oh, and I have a Nintendo DS, a special Zelda one. Wow, really? First place, my granddad's go to the collection room and ask what's new. Yeah, bless him. What else have you got? What have you got that I can play with, Granddad? I've just started my studio. Yeah, I saw your videos this morning. That's going to look awesome. I can't wait to have my own little corner of the world again. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice to have me and my wife have been very respectful about that too. We've always given each other space. I think that's why we've been married for so long, is because I'm not in her pocket, she's not in mine. And I think it is important to have your own solace. If you don't need a big room like this, you can have a small room or somewhere, so as long as you have your 10 minutes for yourself, if you will. So good luck with your studio, man. I think it's going to look fantastic. Like I said, you showed me videos of where it's going to go this morning. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be great for you. I have quite a few retro consoles. I have Atari, Sega, Mega Drive, game. Wow, really? 2 Spectrums. Mr. B, I'll introduce my eldest granddaughter to your collection room. She's 4. Can you imagine? Sticky hands and everything. Mr. B following. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's gonna lose her mind. Yeah, we did it here, right? So we had this fella here. He was a plumber or something, And the fella next door was visiting from Washington, and he had his 4-year-old with him, 4 or 5. This kid, beautiful kid, gorgeous he was. He was big curly hair and all that. And he's interfering with his dad while they're trying to fix. I think it was the dishwasher. Something in our house but and he's interfering with it. So I said, "Come with me, come with me." And this little lad coming in, I showed him the room. Oh my life, his eyes lit up, but he was picking up oh, look at this. Oh, look. And I'm like, I'm following him around like that. And then his dad's in the other room, you see, so I couldn't grab him to say, bloody hell, you know what I mean? Just put it down. And he's like that with it. And I thought, oh, but listen, you can't really tell a kid off for doing that. Look, it's all built for kids, isn't it? Whenever I'm up in the house, the neighbours' kids come and look at everything, blows their minds. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, exactly. Sophie Museum. Yeah. Sofa Museum. What a brilliant comment. Sofa Museum. Oh man. I know, that's fantastic. You've put a lot of work into your display room, Shabby, and it looks flipping awesome. I haven't seen anything Everton though. Oh, you have where the TV is. Claire got me. Believe it or not, Claire works for Build-A-Bear, and she's management in Build-A-Bear, and she got me an Everton kit, and it's right there, hung up right there. So you got to keep a look out there, JT. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and there's an Everton annual over there from 1992. It's got Pat Nevin on the front of it. Cool. I've turned Jax into a collector. It's great seeing him display stuff and seeing that Apple doesn't start. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my little boy's into it. He can't wait to see Motu, and I think it's this room that did that. He can't wait to see Masters of the Universe. Do you know what I mean? So I think you're right there when you show stuff and you introduce your kids to it, and so because if you remember who's watched me, Lucy used to be banging to Motu. Do you remember we did all the videos when she was only little? And we do the videos. She's 15 now. She's not interested in Motu, if you will. I mean, she still comes in here. She still likes what I've done or whatever, but she ain't going to do a video on Motu on me. So my little boy does, though. My little boy's banging to all this and so forth. So yeah, that'll be good to go and see Masters with him. All in all, Shabby, I'm truly impressed with what you showed us today. Nice one. Yeah, it's nice. I like these. I'm gonna, like I said, we had G-Force on last month, which was nice because he wanted to show some stuff. And G-Force hasn't made a video on for ages, so I thought, yeah, we'll get G-Force on. But I like spending time with you lot. It's nice, just to make sure I get through all the comments and thank you all for supporting me. You've been brilliant this year. It's been tough for me this year. It has. I have my good days and my bad days, but you make me all so proud. You make it worth doing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed Tub Thumpers. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy any top 5 when that comes out, and I'm thoroughly enjoying doing this. It's just nice to have a sit down. I feel comfortable. It's not like I'm shitting myself anymore, because I used to get dead nervous about doing them on my own. I don't much anymore. I think it's because my whole thing's changed about YouTube and stuff. I'm not bothered about views and subs. I'm just bothered about having a chat to you lads and getting to our relationships up there a bit more and everyone getting to know each other. Most of the time people even talk about where they're going to go in NEC, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So, no, I appreciate you all turning up. I can't believe we had nearly 45 people in here just listening to me talk about my toys. And I wanted to show you my room. I never, like I said, without repeating myself, I don't really show my toy room off. You see it on the streets, but I don't really show it off. So I thought, you know what, I'll show it tonight because I've done a lot of work on it. But yeah. Kev, more like shops because Jenny's happy with a lifetime. Yeah, my mum keeps Jenny curly whirlies, curly whirlies, brilliant. Everything is to me. Well, thank you, pal. Up the toffees, there you are. You see, up the toffees. One of my favorite old videos of yours was the burger eating challenge. I don't know why I bother with that. I've got a 20-year-old son. As if I'm going to eat a burger faster than a 20-year-old. He's 6'1" himself and he's athletic. I thought me and Jen did it because we thought, we'll just do something different. And yeah, my son took us to the cleaners, did he? Oh, Judy just went mental. Yeah, burger eating challenge must have been a good. Well, it's on my channel. Win if you want to watch it. It's a good one. Also, will there be a post NEC stream asking for a friend? The thing about it is, I have no issue at all doing an NEC stream. No issue at all. But I know there's our good friend Stu that also does streaming like I do. So if he wants to do one with everybody, that makes more sense to me. Do you see what I mean? So if he wants to do it, he will, But if he doesn't want to do it, and he said, actually, Shabby, I'll always do something with you lads. Always, my door is always open to any ideas. But I'll let Stu see what Stu's doing before anyone asks me or whatever. So, one of my favourites. Oh, how I got my kids in. That was when we just left the Pally Boys as well. And I'm a person for that. I'm a positive person. So instead of getting pissed off and annoyed, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go all out and make that Olympic video. And that was athlete. Do you remember? Athlete. I couldn't put it better myself, Catherine. I could not put it better myself. Yeah. And that's what I mean. You need to turn up here tonight. And there's 42 people. I'll always stay humble with it. Always. You'll never hear me expect anything. Like, I expect there to be. No. Thank you all so much. It's been awesome. I understand that next Wednesday is free, Nick. Next Wednesday is free. Our Penelope will not let anyone touch her or Gerard's collection. She put her Young Jedi Adventure figures up at Grandpa's collection. Oh, I wish she knew she collected them, because if there's anything else you need, let me know, because John will contest it. Ollie's is full of Young Jedi Adventures for nothing. Couple of dollars on all of them. The figures, the play sets, they're all. Now, I haven't been in Ollie's in a while, but that's what it was like before. John will say it as well, and Mr. B. Ollie's was smothered in that stuff. So if there's anything you need, just let us know and we'll keep a lookout for you. Light coloured hardwood floor and good lighting helps brighten the room from floor to ceiling, makes the room feel professional. Yeah, I clean my room and, cleaned all the wooden floors and just made it nice. I like it. I think it looks nice in here. I'll watch and support. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's hard sometimes because I am in the States, and obviously primarily my audience is, do you know what I mean, English and Irish. So it's hard sometimes, especially when somebody else is doing it. Like Jason's, I'll catch Jason when I can, but if I can't, I'll always watch the replay, because it's 3:00 in the afternoon. But it's the same as the Australians. I ain't getting up at 5:30 to watch the Australians. Do you know what I mean? So I always watch KOCs. KOCs do great streams. I always watch them, So, but I agree with that. I whenever I can, I will. Thank you for another wonderful. No, thank you. On non-judgment. No, nothing to be judgmental here. I've always said it. If you can't be happy and you can't be positive doing what us lot do, then why are you here? I've always said it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm a grown man who has a beautiful family and a load of beautiful friends, and you all make me laugh. You all make me laugh. You all got cool stuff. You all your own characters. So what's there to be pissed off about? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You have, mate. You have been watching us for a long time, and I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. You got me there, good time. Thank you. I'll just say that because you're a smart ass. You really are. You put that in that, knowing I'm going to have to say, oh yeah. Well, thank you, Des. That's lovely of you, pal. I'm charging 25 an autograph and 25 a photo at the NEC. Bargain. You want to take your picture with Palps? There you go. I'll never worry about viewers ever. So many to watch it back later. So I always said, always. That's the thing. That's probably one of the reasons why I stayed on with myself. Can you imagine me trying to be big in front of our side? No chance. Absolutely no. I know exactly what I say. He would be like, "Who the fancy thing you are?" I know it. I got a 17-year-old who towers above me, Shabby. So feels so inferior now as I used to look down on him years ago. I asked what the secret to being tall is. He said, plenty of milk and sleep. I know my two boys are. VTR's son, my two boys, they're massive. Got big lads, aren't we? Getting bigger. My favorite to be the Olympics. I got my wife to do it. She was brilliant in it. My kids, but family I've got, they're awesome. Yeah, the Olympics. I might watch that tonight. Actually, the Olympics. So, 25 for photos. Can you come and do the photos for Zoe's wedding? Got a job, Palps. You got a job, son. Oh, brilliant. Palps, how much for a kiss and a cuddle? It'd be less than 25 quid. Let's have a look. But it's funny that there is Liverpool shops and French team shops, but no other shops. Wow. Is that French team shops? French team. Ooh, la la. What the France? There you are. We're done. So there's another. I hope you enjoyed what I've shown tonight. And thank you all for coming. Thanks. It's been nice. It's just a quiet Wednesday afternoon. I just took time off and I thought I'd come in here and show you what I've bought. And obviously what my room looks like. So on Friday, we're on Tez's channel on Friday. So ZSR is Friday is Tez's channel. And then I know you lot are away for NEC. Monday is the season finale of Tub Thumpers. And it's Tez and Matt on Tub Thumpers on Monday. So you've got a ZSR weekend. So you watch ZSR, bugger off to NEC, come back and watch ZSR. Not bad at all, is it? That's a good one. Let's have a look. I've been to Thailand and all over the place where there is Liverpool shops. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, pal. Take care, everyone. Yeah, this has been awesome. Thank you all so much for joining, and I'll see you soon. See you Friday. All right. Good night, everyone. See you.